Hello, everybody.
And welcome to the stream.
I'm your host, Richard.
And I'm D.
And today we are cracking on with our playthrough of RogueTrader.
After dealing with the cult ambush last week, hopefully this time it will be a lot more, fair and forward.
Yeah.
And
Less
the
cultish.
enemies will have the decency to show up ahead of time before being shot in the face. Which was just plain rude otherwise. But I digress. Oh yeah. And we start right in the middle of things.
Oh, yes, because we ended on... just having
Begun
to the...
an investigation about a cult attack by the sounds of it.
Yes.
Hopefully it's a different cult this time around. We have a lot of cults in this place.
It's cultists all the way, man.
Cultists all the way down.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. The great relic has been stolen. What is the great relic? The relic has been ransacked, and the sacred ashes of past rogue traders and their servants stolen. How dare they?
Oh, horror.
Okay. So, no, we're jumping straight in. No preamble. Screw the lot of you.
Nope. Let's do it.
The Master-at-Arms is barking orders. Confessor Abelard is muttering a prayer, and the Infernus Master is circling the chapel with a keen eye, as if watching for a threat. Kibella quickly sweeps her gaze over the destruction, before focusing on the bloody footprints that stretch from the ruins of the reliquary. The High Factotum's velvet coat is streaked with blood, and Janris himself is deathly pale. A Medicae officer is working on the black gunshot wounds on his chest, and Janris grunts faintly with every touch. He focuses his eyes on you with tremendous effort. Forgive me for not greeting your lordship with a bow. I must tell you, Nemesite has stolen the great relic. Janris, what happened here? Serfs in red headscarves burst into the chapel and started shooting. The leader made for the relic, and the remains of the honorable RogueTrader brought here from the mutant solid crypt. And when I realized that the sacred ashes of your ancestors were about to fall into the filthy hands of a heretic, one intent on desecrating the glorious dynasty, no, that could not be allowed to happen. I blocked his path. Janris briefly closes his eyes, gathering his strength. The bastard allowed himself a few vile insults against me, which I'm obliged to admit, but I did not give in to the provocation. I was hoping to buy myself some time. Then the so-called Nemesite started reviling the customs of the ship, berating its officers and enforcers, before insulting the very name of your lordship yourself. I threw my glove at his face and demanded a duel, but the honorless villain just shot me. He laughed at me. That depraved creature. He winces, either from a new burst of pain or from the memory of the humiliation he so recently endured.
He fucking slapped him with a glove.
I challenge you to a duel. Blam? Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, really.
And then he committed sacrilege by stealing the relic and shattering the sarcophagus. Forgive me, your lordship. I have failed to preserve the sacred ashes of your ancestors. Let's see what's in the altar behind. Or it's not in the altar behind him, I suppose.
Yeah.
The reliquary has been brutally smashed, and the bed on which the sacred ashes of the past rogue traders and their servants once rested is now empty. Before everything else, the most important question. How exactly did he insult me? I beg your forgiveness, your lordship. I dare not repeat this slander. No, I insist. What did he say about me? He called you a ghoul who sits on a throne of bones, feasting on the raw flesh of his servants. Forgive me, your lordship. Merely repeating these foul words is making me ill. That blackguard! I will find him and I will hang him behind the ship engines before we engage in a good old-fashioned thruster burn.
Yes.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Why did you wish to see me so urgently? I had to apologize to you. I had to repent. He grimaces briefly. For many years, I did my best to serve the dynasty, but at the most crucial hour, I failed. Shame scorches my pathetic, cowardly heart. Your lordship, I had to tell you how deeply remorseful I am. You failed to apprehend the criminals or the relic. Were you even trying? I don't say that, I should clarify.
Right, not at all.
Hold on, Janris. I will not let you die here. Proud to serve the dynasty. Janris's thoughts are becoming muddled. The papers, your lordship. Have the clerk double-check the freight bills. I did not have time to get the seals. My will is in the left-hand drawer. How badly is the High Factotum wounded? He is losing a lot of blood. The Medicae officer casts a worried look at you. I advise you to hurry. Master Dranrook should be on the Chirurgeon stable as soon as possible. I am holding on, your lordship. Worry not. What matters now is that you recover the relic. The factotum groans as the Medicae officer pulls on the blood-soaked bandages aside and shakes his head dolefully. Some miracle preserved Master Danrock's life long enough that he might address you. His fate now rests in the hands of the Emperor. May he show mercy to this helpless man. Yeah, I think the Medicae has something more to do with that. Heinrich, did you see the attack? I did not. I was on my way to offer a prayer when I heard gunfire and ran as fast as I could. When I got here, I saw Master Danrock, and I think the next thing I did was just press his wound and spout curses. And Heinrich looked at his bloody hands in confusion. So much for being a heroic repairman. Wasn't much use, was I? Damn it, Jocasta. How did renegades manage to sneak all the way to the upper depths? Upper depths? Upper decks? What the I have death in mind, forgive me. Sauerbach matters to clench teeth. They had help. We have discovered the hidden corpses of several chapel attendants. The traitors took their clothes and led the Nemesite and his accomplices straight past the patrols. Confessor Adabald ruefully shakes his head. They are good people, pious people. They never slighted a serf in their lives. Why punish them? His face grows darker. I swear that this innocence will be avenged. May the Emperor be my witness. The Nemesite. Yet another spin on that old wives' tale. This old wives' tale was blessed with amazing corporeality.
That's good. That's good.
I admire your wit, High Factotum Danrock. Very droll, very droll. Whoever the bastard in the red scarf was, he went by that name, and spoke very impertinently of you, your lordship. He dared to mock your generosity, and sneeringly thanked you for the supplies you used to pacify the serfs on the Foundry Bay. The scoundrel boasted that his fighters have made good use of his gifts, Yet another arrogant rebel wrapping himself in a crimson rag and wreaking havoc for the adoration of the commoners. Not this time. No one has even dared to raid the upper decks before. Never in the ship's history has the fury of the rabble been so blind and fierce. So, not only did he, kill people, not only did he dare assault in the upper decks, not only did he insult me, he also took advantage. Well, here's the deal, right? I try to be polite and kind and generous and, reasonable. Because he's about to find out what the alternative is. I will strangle him with my own 2 hands, which I named Abelard and Argenta. May the Emperor protect your... The factotum's eyes roll back as his enormous frame gives a convulsive shudder. The Medicae officer snatches a syringe of stimulant and speaks decisively. Apologies, your lordship, but we are taking Master Danrock away. He is unable to tell you anything more at present, and every second of delay could cost him his life. See, they have tipped their hand here, though, right? Because I was entirely reasonable. I was willing to give them the chance, the benefit of the doubt. I was willing to extend a hand, walk across the aisle. And they took advantage, which proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that these guys are just rebels.
Yes.
They're not rational individuals. They're not just acting out. They are dedicated bastards. And they're going to face the fate of all bastards.
Oh dear.
Heinrich watches the limp body of the factotum get carried away and chews grimly on his iho stick that has appeared between his teeth. So what do we have so far? Master Danrock is on his deathbed. All the attackers are either dead or have absconded along with the sacred relic. And the witnesses all agree on this one thing. Nemesite and his accomplices came out of nowhere and struck suddenly. Only the throne knows where we can find these bastards now. We will find them. Sauerbach's voice is full of terrible fury. We will turn this vessel inside out if we must. There is nowhere even a void rat can. There is no need. The blood's whisper will lead us to Nemesite. Gibella's words make the two exchange puzzled glances. A blood's whisper? Did you perform another divination? Yes. And no, RogueTrader. If anyone's watching this, go watch Yes Minister.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's the recommendation. Go and watch Yes Minister.
His tarot guided me here and told me of the evil that lurked in the shrine. But beyond that, the bloody path carelessly tread by the raiders will reveal the truth. With all due respect, Spinner, the enforcers have already questioned all the witnesses and compiled an extensive list of evidence. None of which tells us anything about how or where the troublemaker calling himself Nemesite might have escaped to. Gibella, tell us everything you know. Gibella sharply turns to face the crimson splashes on the floor and walls of the shrine. Her pupils dilate, threatening to drown her irises in darkness. The expression turns distant, her voice becoming low and strange. This blood is drawn in the pattern of retribution. The one who spilt it appeared later. They moved swiftly and furiously, numb to their own wounds. An enforcer who was drawn to gunfire and witnessed the sacrilege? Probably. As for this pattern, Gibella points to a barely visible chain of scarlet droplets. It was made in fury and desperation. The one who left it was wounded, but they did not flee. They fought back whilst they could, and then they retreated into the darkness. Gibella's eyes close and she falls silent. Then she exhales sharply and points a steel claw. Into the darkness of the maintenance tunnels hidden within the walls of the shrine. And you gleaned that from a couple of bloodstains? Or did you have a vision? There is no need for revelations from the undying Emperor here. For one who has dedicated their life to understanding the tenets of the web, death speaks a language clearer than any words. Blood writes the chronicle of the final hour, and it holds all the answers. It speaks to me. It can tell me with what instrument it was spilt, what its owner felt, whether they struggled in terror or were as cold as the steel of a blade at that moment, and how the thread snapped. For a spinner, no two wounds are alike, and its scarlet drop carries a message from the undying one. Well, I'm glad she's on our side. Heinrich scratches the back of his head, smiling wryly. Well, if the attackers escape through the maintenance tunnels, we can send the enforcers after them. The technical corridors extend hundreds of meters in different directions. Why do we have technical corridors extending hundreds of meters in different directions? It's a ship.
It's a ship with a purpose-built shrine in it. And freaking mortuary coffin place. Like,
wasting the infinite.
wasting the infinite.
Nemesite and his men must be familiar with the tunnels and possess either a map or a guide. Without a clear trail, the enforcers risk getting lost and wasting valuable time. Not to mention the fact that these narrow tunnels are perfect for an ambush. So we still have no idea where to find the Nemesite. The tunnels only answer the question of how he left. Now death will tell us where he was heading. As if in a trance, Gibella leans over the body and peers into its eyes. He stinks of smoke. The smoke of singed coveralls, vile iho sticks, burnt sacred unguents, and charred meat. She slides a pale hand along the dead man's skin and snakes it under the sleeve of his coveralls, which she pushes back to reveal a fresh burn, bandaged with a torn scrap of shirt.
I just want to say, like, this is not painting the Infernus guys in a good light.
Why?
Well, he's freshly burned and smoking and whatnot, and the Infernus Master has been present here everywhere and wanted to help with I'm getting suspicious.
You're really suspicious of him, aren't you?
I am. I don't know why. Like, there's something. Also, Hannah says greetings in the chat.
Hello, Hannah.
Hey, Hannah.
Good to have you here.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Her still claws dig into the dead man's arm. Your wound holds the answer. You dressed it carefully, not inside the shrine. Before that, something struck you and ripped the tissue apart, burned you, turned your hand into a worthless lump. It was not fire, no. Drawing a ragged breath, she opens her eyes. The fury of the conductive charge. It has marked you, heretic. I recognize your wound, for I myself have encountered it on those I take to the other side within the plasma drive chambers. The plasma drive chambers. Are you certain? The Undying One has blessed me with the ability to see the truth in death. How can anyone doubt the revelations his blessing bestows? I can't say if it's worth drawing conclusions based on a conversation with a corpse, but if it is, then I concur with the esteemed spinner's findings. The Infernus Master spits out the chewed iho stick and immediately produces another. All that about burns, the conductive charge, and the smell of cheap iho immediately made me think of the plasma drive technical compartments. Makes sense to me. Sarbak, gather the enforcers. We will follow Nemesite's trail. No, Domin Maximilian. You must stay. You are the one the Nemesite has challenged, and those we hunt know you by sight. You will frighten away the prey, and we will lose the trail until the next tragedy occurs. Cabela's unblinking gaze meets your own. So what do you suggest we do then, Cabela? I will go to the plasma drive chambers alone. I will track down the false champion and all who serve him, and I will prepare the grounds for your own hunt. Out of the question. An enforcer squad would certainly scare off the vermin, but I'm not letting you go alone, servant of death. You and I will go to the chambers together, and together we will bring down all who have dared insult the Lord Captain. I'm going too. I have a couple of good friends in the plasma drive chambers. The nosy kind who know everything about everyone. Convince them shouldn't be difficult, especially if I pull a few favors. It'll be the three of us then. What a company. Heinrich's grim laughter echoes inside the shrine. There is an awkward pause. Gibella takes a look at the officers' faces before finally nodding her assent. So be it. But not like this. Much like your faces. Your guises are too conspicuous. She's right. It would be prudent to use a disguise. The enforcers will produce regular workloads for us. We will carry only inconspicuous weapons that we can hide easily in our tool bags. It will help us blend with the crowd. Shirts. Before I depart to hunt the Nemesite, I ask Domin to bless me. I pledge never to leave your sight, yet the hunt demands I do just that. Grant me this permission by performing the ceremony of twining. Of twinning?
Twinning, yeah.
Kibela nods towards the altar. When your people have taken their leave, under the gaze of the Undying One, we will begin the rite. Or I could say, go.
Yeah, right.
What is this ceremony? The rite of blessing for the sacred hunt. With it, the Domin casts their shadow upon the path of carnage. Under your benediction, I will strike harder and tread more softly. Ah, very well, let the ceremony commence. With your permission, Lord Captain, the Infernus Master and I will take our leave now and set out to prepare for the descent into the chambers. We do not intrude, your lordship. Sit down now, Domin Maximilian, and listen. Let the ceremony of twinning begin. Using a finely honed blade, Kibela carves an intricate symbol into the floor. Then she produces a small bundle wrapped in incense-laden parchment and sets it alight. You are my Domin, I am your blade, and I am owned by your blessing. My arms are strong, while your will is strong. Hey, what does that mean?
You haven't put a single point in strength, and you know it.
Dude, that's neither here nor there. I have people to lift for me. What's the point of having people who lift if you have to lift yourself?
And that's what she's saying. Her arm is strong.
Yeah, but like, she doesn't just say it. Like, obviously I'm, noodle, but,
You weren't
their
calling
arms
the
are
Lord
implicitly ours.
Calling the Lord Captain's arms noodling.
And as long as the Undying One hears your prayers, my feet will go unheard. A blade kisses your palm, and dark blood begins to trickle and spread over the bottom of the ritual cup that has now appeared in her hands. Can we stop with all the blood magic here, please?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get a little bit anemic from all this bleeding.
With our blood, with our will, we shall spin a scarlet web, the symbol of the hunt. Made herald our praise demise. Kibela puts the dagger in your hand, and you suddenly feel how heavy your eyelids have become. Your heart beat slows inside your chest. Her words linger, then rush through your mind in a deluge. The heavy scent of incense envelops you and makes your head spin. Feels strange. What's happening? Whoa. Dude. I have hands.
I'm tripping balls, man.
For the twinning to happen, you must first expand your mind. See the unseen, hear the unheard. Those who live and die by the tenets of the web often burn sacred incenses, and your body is not yet accustomed to them, Domin Maximilian. Your mind is trying to grasp at its new boundaries. Do not resist. Breathe deeply. Learn. Alright, what's some more blood? The pain gives way to a burning sensation as Kibela grasps your hand and squeezes it over the ritual cup. But this new discomfort is quickly replaced again, this time by dull numbness and the faint warmth of blood flowing from your open wound. The twinning is the blood oath I have made to my lord. Kibela dips her fingers in the spilt blood and traces a symbol, first on her own forehead, then on yours. It appears to resemble a blade that is cutting through an intricate knot. Anoint me with your blessing, Domin Maximilian, and may the ceremony of twinning commence. Kibela's face blurs before your eyes. No matter how hard you try to focus and dispel the vision, in place of a face you see a death mask, a broken skull with hollow eye sockets. I bestow my blessing upon you and so on and so forth. Can't we finish this up now? I'm late for tennis.
I'm very busy. Can I have a sandwich? Oh, jeez.
May your fury and resolve be unshakable.
Sure.
Talking skull lady? One who follows the thread of the web fights not out of rage, but with a mind as cold as stone. Nevertheless, rage can become a potent weapon in the hands of a punisher. I understand, Domin Maximilian. I accept your blessing. Also tell that to Tyrion. Right? That man fights with the mindset of 100% of the time, and he's a monster.
Your microphone struggled to cut that down then because you were quite loud. Like, I could hear you from my room, and it still came through on the microphone because...
Gibella thinks for a moment. Your body cannot accompany us on this chase, Domin, but your spirit, there is nothing the spirit can do. The twinning is complete. You and I are now bound by the blood oath. I think of me while I hunt, as I will think of you. Become a thought flowing through my mind. If the Undying One is gracious to us, he will send you dreams, and in those dreams you will see me. If he is more gracious still, those dreams will be truthful. Is this some kind of psychic sorcery? She snaps in irritation. Do not sully your lips with such suspicions. We are neither witches nor accursed sorcerers. We are his votaries, and for our true service we are thus rewarded. This is no profane psychic art, but the blessing of the Undying One, bestowed upon the spinners of the blood-spun web, a thin thread of spiritual kinship that connects the fates of the Domini with those of their shadows. So,
psychic stuff.
Yeah, I become part of you? What does that mean? Your spirit will come to me to the plasma drive chambers. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious to see all this mystical mumbo jumbo and then talk about the plasma drive chambers.
Right.
You know?
Like, what the heck?
While your body remains motionless. If the Undying One graces you, you will hear what I hear, see what I see. You will think my thoughts as if they were your own. But if you shout out to me, if you give me an order, I will not hear it. That's what you think. Only the ripples of your mind can reach me through the winding thread. See, I believe that if I shout an order, the universe simply obeys. Very well, I trust you, Gibella. Let us begin. You received a faint smile from beneath a death mask. Gibella hands you the cup and begins tracing her finger around the bottom while whispering a prayer. Watch now, Domin Maximilian. What does thy seeing eye behold in the converging patterns of blood? She draws your attention to the symbols she has inscribed. You see shifting images of the blood. In the blood, a spider crafting a fine web, blurred shadows that could resemble either a swarm of void rats or an enraged hound, crossed blades, a card of the Emperor's Tarot. But as soon as your gaze lingers on any of them, reality bleeds through the fluid shapes. Soon your spirit will be able to follow me. I will be the servants to carry your body to your chambers, where you will not be disturbed. Wait in silence and safety. For me, the hunt has begun. Bella's footsteps fade away, melting into the same impenetrable darkness in which your conscience is now extinguished.
I love that that was all mumbo jumbo and reason for us to switch. You know, who we're controlling.
These death cultists love to talk.
Oh boy, do
See,
they.
death cultists, that would have been a good one for the dark tide.
Oh, yes, that would have been actually.
Instead of professional crackhead.
Professional crackhead.
I mean, it is.
It is, but that was not what I was expecting.
Stale air, oppressive noise, the hum and whir of machinery drown out all thoughts. This place rings with tension. Is it the powerful energy coursing through the cables, or have the wails of the workers merged into a cacophony of indignant whispers and desperate prayers? Lost, mired in petty troubles, unmindful of duty, their voices creak as if covered in rust, and their eyes are dimmed by the endless drudgery and lack of light here on the working decks of the Domin's great ark. I have seen it before. In these murky depths, people become creatures all too ready to devour each other for worldly gains, fleeting pleasures or imaginary freedom from obligation born from the abyss of spiritual emptiness. The Undying One punishes them through me. Disgusting mutations, abominations, reflection of vice are born in these shadows, and I will be their doom. The thread shakes, the web is taut. I step silently. May the great hunt begin. The thread shakes. The quarry always leaves a trail. We may not see it, but we can always feel it. I taste the air, the scent of fresh dye with a supple note of sparks. This is new, pleasant. The upper decks reek of luxury, but here I feel comfortable. There is something else. This is it. I recognize the smell. Unguent, I hope, and burnt meat. Just like the inside of the shrine. The time has come to spin the scarlet web. The web is taut. Know the hunting ground. To find the enemy, I must listen. Inhale, exhale, inhale. The rhythmic beat of enemies and pumps. That is the ship's breathing. That is the ship's heartbeat. It is strange that I feel at home among the workers of the lower decks, who pass their time like the living dead. Warmth spreads through my chest. That's good. Warmth spreads through my chest. I like to think that it is the connection with which the Undying One bound mine and the Domin's fates together. He has blessed us, and we hunt as one. I step silently. Darkness is our ally. Merge with the shadows. In the twilight of the chamber, barely illuminated by the flickering candlelight, I become like them, the lost, mired servants. They will become unwitting allies in my hunt. Their hopelessness, their desperation, their thirst for survival will become tools for my use. Where is the second spinner? We were supposed to meet here. You know that feeling when you're being stared at but you can't tell by who we're from? I have that feeling right now. Footsteps? Two are coming towards me. Familiar gates. Those are the Domin's servants. I would not be surprised if the cultists set out the trail on the Nemesite alone. The spinners are arrogant. We are just another soul to them, a gift to offer death. Still, Mistress's voice is hard and cold, like her will. I can see in her eyes that she dislikes me. She is wary, and so she should be, for we serve the Domin, not one another. Does this remind you of anyone at all, Jocasta? This man is enamored with fire, even his words full of biting flames, and he himself enjoys playing with fire, too much so. They bicker again. The mutual animosity may disrupt the hunt. Let's examine them. To the lay people, the two are now scarcely distinguishable from the common serf. In a world where status and privilege are defined by appearance, a single piece of rotten cloth is enough to lower your standing. Or will become spectral hounds and follow the trail without drawing attention. I am here.
I was just laughing because, like, her stood off to the side, like, monologuing is, what somebody would want to do in D&D, but you'd have the party behind you going, you done monologuing yet? Come on, we need to go.
No, actually, it's even worse. In D&D, if you stand aside monologuing, someone who is way more light-hearted than you will simply walk past you and go deal with the thing.
Yep.
Making your monologue extra silly.
Yeah, you can't do the brooding badass.
Because you're surrounded by clowns.
Yes, you're surrounded by proactive clowns.
There she is. Welcome to the Plasma Drive Chambers, esteemed holy assassin. You can exchange pleasantries later. Lieutenant Godiera is on duty in this compartment. I have ordered her to gather information on all workers who wear red scarves and who have recently left the bay. This is pointless. The red scarf is not proof of guilt, it is merely a symbol. It could be a trap. I need to find her. I will watch the Enforcer and those two who are watching her in turn. The Enforcer knows nothing about life in this compartment, I guarantee it. I have a better source of information. A good friend of mine who knows a lot about delicate matters. It would be easy to get him to talk. He's terrified of pain and death. Only the faithless fear death. I will not trust him. Let him trust me so that his trust may become a snare for my hunt. I cut them off with a gesture. The methods of hunting are not mine, but I take the grain of truth from their words and weave it in my plan. We need to provoke them into making a move. Intimidate them, strike them, or instill a false sense of impunity. Convince them that they can and must act now. The enforcer who answers to still mistress is the symbol of order and obedience in these chambers. She is standing in the way. When she disappears, my enemies will believe that it is safe to strike, and that will be a costly mistake. Intimidate them with an impending threat. Flaming voice relies on a talker, one who keeps no secrets and fears pain. An unreliable vessel is bad for holding secrets, but good for spilling them. Through him I will whisper lies to the enemy. Strike out the spark that will ignite the flame. I feel them lurking in the crowd, my enemies. They are cautious. I must find them and let them believe their luck. Then they will shed their masks, and I will take them down. Such is my plan. They look at me in silence. They do not understand yet, but that matters little. I am on the hunt.
I was wondering if we were going to get to play the other two as well, like.
Another step, another thread.
So... Oh, we've been here before.
Yes.
The shadows reveal their secrets.
But yeah, she sure as hell talks a lot.
It really does. Loves the sound of her own voice.
The lay people have gathered together like a herd being chased by predators. Faded gazes, bent backs, the crimson kisses of batons on their bodies. And yet shadows of smiles touch their dirty burnt lips as a strange pair, like a hammer and an anvil, send sparks into the air with their words. What are those two talking about? Hammer and anvil. And then the liver smacked you right in the kisser? Ha! Give or take a tooth, this is nothing. Bruises, burns, cuts, that's just life. Just remind yourselves how you come home after your shift. Have an exchange your ration card for a bowl of soup. How your little ones gulp that bowl down. How they fall asleep feeling a little better. I say that's worth a hard day's work. And a punch to the face. He smiles broad-shouldered with a rusty beard. He's not afraid to share laughter with others. And so the crimson shades from the beatings never leave his face. His voice is bright and sonorous and listened to. Not everyone here is as chipper and thick-skinned as you. A bowl of soup is great, he says. What about having to choose which of your three kids gets it? Is that great too? Buildings are nothing, he says. Remember when the enforcers broke your arm? Since you couldn't work, your wife had to pull 3 shifts. She collapsed at the lathe and the conductive charge burned out her eyes. None of us deserve that. Tough and unyielding. Every word hurts, but she is forgiven for her sincerity. They listen to her to pull themselves together. They share their common pain.
Why? Oh, sorry, go on.
I will come back later. Go on.
Why are we allowing these unsafe working practices on the ship?
At least we have rails. Well, some rails. I feel we should have some rails here, you know what I mean?
They would encourage leaning.
It would encourage leaning.
Anna says, who would live in this universe? I know, right?
My visions showed this path, and many others.
If I ever get isekai into 40k, I see exactly 2 options in front of me. I either beeline for the Mechanicus and, you know, hope.
Yeah.
Yeah? Or make a desperate run for the Tau.
Yeah, the Tau is exactly where I would go. Because, like, anywhere else is shit. Here's the thing, right? Even the Mechanicum, like, you might become a tech priest, but, you know, they could just servitize you, which they do with, you know, so many of their workers.
They do. But I could give them some knowledge, like how to install a new hard drive.
You would offer them cursed, forbidden archaeotech knowledge.
Yes.
Foul. They'll have your head from your shoulders. By the way, did you see those new 30k Mechanicus?
I did, yeah. The
minis?
Terminator-looking ones.
Yeah, the Terminator.
I don't know
ones.
how I
What do you
feel
think?
about them.
They feel a bit too bulky for Mechanicum, don't they?
Yeah. Like, on one hand, like, it makes sense for the Mechanicum to have, like, a, steel sarcophagus you wear. Like, it's kind of the shtick. On the other hand, that's just more Space Marine vibes.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... I don't know. I see that and I'm like, oh, Mechanicum-themed Terminator.
Yeah, you don't see it as like something of theirs. You see it as a Mechanicum flavored something else.
So, yeah, at least they're not awful or anything.
Yeah, no, they look all right, like design-wise. I don't feel like they fit.
Yeah, well.
Hannah said even the tower would probably suck somehow.
Oh, most definitely. Like,
Here's
by
the- right.
modern standards, the tower is still awful.
Yeah, like 40k is awful, but it's either that or you just off yourself straight away.
Long time no see, Spindle. Tell me, what does silence taste like? Are they using a secret code? Without flaming voice, you would never even speak to me. Everyone knows silence doesn't taste like anything. If you want to earn rations, you better start dealing in words. He speaks casually, but his voice is slimy and slippery. His eyes are as dirty as an oil-stained garment. The impudence in his gaze and words when he turns them to us. He is unclean and he knows it. He is unrepentant. That's a funny look, Heinrich. And you have a funny-looking company. Either here to sell or buy. And before you answer, remember the first rule. Every word has a price. Are we bargaining information with this lowlife now? It is the duty of every serf to aid the RogueTrader and his associates, freely and willingly. Oh boy, here he comes. What's that with you? An enforcer and a spinner. Do you want me dead? If anyone sees me talking to you, they'll snap my neck. So, off you go. The peddler of works is trembling in fear for his life. I must extract answers from him. But by what means? So we have to work entirely of her skills.
Yes.
So the quelling stimulant on a needle steep will loosen his tongue. What is this feeling? So calm. Fine, ask whatever you want, and then leave. My reputation cost me a lot of blood, and I didn't earn it to have it trampled into dust because of you people having to stop by. One glance is enough for me to see your true self, Stain. You are a liar and a manipulator, peddling other people's secrets and not knowing how to keep your mouth shut. You will become the bait, sowing confusion among the minions of Nemesite who hope to wait out the lockdown. They think they have enough time. I will deprive them of that confidence. Where do things stand in the plasma drive chambers? Speak briefly, speak sense. There is a bunch of workers in the far corner who now gather between every shift, whispering to each other. Don't invite me. They say I talk too much. Well, if they're scared of my tongue, that means they have something to hide. And of course, everyone's talking about the Nemesite. Sure, the foundry and the chapel were big, but he's been helping people all over. A lot of folk are sticking with him now. You can knock my teeth out if I'm lying. I don't got many of them left anyhow. But I'll tell you this. Even if someone finds him, they won't rat him out. I don't know, I feel Pascal could get a couple of confessions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. After he lobotomizes them, Jesus.
There will be a raid soon. Be careful. I warn you in appreciation for your cooperative nature. What are you... That information is not meant for his ears. Really? I see. Well, if that's all you wanted, then can I go? Go, Stain, and be my herald. It's difficult to admit, but I do share the Masters-at-Arms indignation. We came here to get information about the traitors, not to reveal our secrets. So... This was done in service to the Domin. You are free to believe me or walk away. There's no need to be so drastic, is there? We started this together and we'll finish it together. Why are you
Follow
two
my
here
steps.
anyway?
Right? Like, what are you doing?
No, that's not back at the entrance.
Huh?
Whip. An old burn spreads across her body in a scarlet blotch. A look of contempt. A heavy baton covered in blood symbolizing boundless power. Like a fierce leather whip, she lashes with both of her hands and her gaze. What are you looking at, you beggars? You finish your shift, you go to the barracks. You start your shift, you check in with the foreman and get to work before Matilda comes and pats you in the back. And Matilda, I presume, is that wonderful, not at all intimidating baton on your belt? I guess our disguise is working, but I would rather not spend the next few watches in the medbay because of a misunderstanding. His breath has quickened. Flaming voice always makes jest when he is nervous or irritated. The enforcers infuriate him. Infernus Master? Master at Arms? Apologies for not recognizing you, ma'am. Codiera, we are conducting an inquest. Answer the spinner's question. I hope your report will be useful. Whip, what can your scars reveal to me? Not much. Day after day, she watches the serfs labor away, exhausting the last vestiges of strength, and there is no compassion in her eyes. They are simply a resource she is commanded to use and then discard. She hates them because she blames them for her pain, her wounds. Nothing is unimportant during the hunt. Tell me what you know, and I will listen. A group of workers wearing red scarves were seen in the compartment just after the attack on the shrine. The foreman stated that they were at work on the freight line. No gunpowder on the clothes, no fresh wounds. Too many of them have started wearing red masks, and it muddles the trail. But we have also found some red scarves and bloody rags in one of the shredders only shortly afterwards. We sealed off the exits and reduced the air supply to the maintenance tunnels to the absolute minimum. Now you can't stay in there longer than a few minutes without passing out. There's no way the bastards could have left the plasma chambers. They are definitely in here somewhere. Like snakes, the servants of the Nemesite have shed their skin. The red scarf is just a distraction. Let the enforcers converse. I will keep an eye on those around us. The workers hide their eyes, but I can hear the murmurs echoing through the bay. There is an impotent rage in their hearts directed at Whip, for she is the embodiment of the very order they despise. But why do they not realize that the enforcer is a shield as much as a lash? Some of the people I escorted to the other side looked at me with the same way. In the past I did not understand, but now, do the lay people see spinners performing the duty to the Undying One, or enforcers performing theirs to the Dominus monsters? Do I sense the touch of his will? The Undying Emperor wishes to bestow a revelation upon me in this trying hour. Let his terror show me the way. I breathe in essence made from the ashes and blood of the faithful. It enlightens the mind, granting the grace of reading his signs. A wave of epiphany sweeps my thoughts away, pulling me into a blessed trance. My fingers move of their own accord over the sacred deck and draw a card. It is the martyr. I see a tear of blood wash over the pale features in the image, and they shift, becoming Whip's face. A portent from him. The Undying One blesses me to take Whip. The minions of the Nemesite fear her. When a soul is delivered to the Undying One, the traitors will feel invulnerable. They will crawl out of their holes and fall into my web. I know how Whip's thread will end. I cannot sever Whip's thread with a blade, for the cells will recognize me as one of the spinners and lose all courage. But the spark of the machine spirits in the plasma drive chambers has already claimed the lives of many. I will use this, and thus the web will be spun. Bloody hell. Now we stop, killing random people. I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, the fact that we've let it get to this state is just... Ugh.
The well beckons.
See if anyone has fallen into my web. Did you hear what happened? Nemesite didn't stop at the foundry business. He's been roaming the upper decks too. They say he went to the vessel's shrine and shot some nobles. And then he fled down into the chambers, and our punitive squad is on its way. Prepare your backs. This is going to hurt. The frightened herd sways, humming with whispers. In their eyes the fires of anxiety flicker. Careless, suggestible people. I will come back later. So I have to kill that enforcer?
Something about setting it up. Maybe we've just got to follow them for a minute. Or see where they go. Oh, there it is.
Huh.
You have to wait for them to like come around the corner, or
Well, that's what I'm saving, because I hope not.
Aim for the heart next time. Follow the threads.
So yeah. Oh.
I think we just wait now.
No, it happened.
Oh, it happened. Oh, okay.
I don't know where it happened, though. The hell?
The heck?
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Something went a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever.
No sleep, no rest, only duty.
We didn't have to wait too long.
Yep.
So let's see what the crowd says now. See, you lot have taken off your red scarves. No longer feel like playing Nemesite, do you? The lay people are huddled together in a pile of sweltering bodies, filthy and battered by the enforcers' batons, reeking of sweat and disease. Their hearts pump blood faster and faster through bulging veins as two of them send red-hot sparks into the air with their words, like a hammer and anvil. Your plan appears to have worked, Spinner. The air itself is charged with something, and it's not a conductive charge. The serfs, they are stirring. The people are revolting. Yes, they are. The other kind, both kinds. Listen to the rapid beating of hearts. The lay people are frightened, angry. They feel the impunity that sprouted like a weed upon Whip's demise. They feel the threat crushing them from the upper decks. Both are imminent and inevitable. What are they talking about? Hammer and anvil. I can hear their whispers, insidious and deafening. No longer do they laugh with the others. No longer do they pretend. The enforcer is dead, and the punishers from the upper decks will soon follow Nemesite's trail. This is our chance. We need to act. This is it. I can sense the prey is close. They have little to fear of giving themselves away anymore. They need a spark to ignite the flames. Something that will convince Nemesite's followers that they are strong, and that the Domin's servants are diminished. Wait for the right moment, then light the spark. They tell us how it's meant to be. Just because they were born on the upper decks and we down below in the darkness. Is it really the God Emperor's will that they grow fat of fruits of our labors? Revel in luxury while we die without water or medicine? Hammer's voice rumbles, and the lay people listen. Their hands clench into fists. No matter how hard you work, they will wring everything out of you and give you nothing. We'll allow this to happen. The RogueTrader, his name be damned. A Grox on the throne. A tyrant throwing our bones into the furnace of his protectorate. Shut your foul mouth, void dog. Flaming voice. No, it is too soon. I understand your anger, but you must temper it. What did you say about the Lord Captain? The one who gives you work, food, and shelter? You insolent deadbeats, I can see why you have gathered here, and I will not let you start another rebellion. Why are you reaching for your Voxcaster? If you do not disperse, I will give the order to vent the plasma chambers. You have 5 seconds. 4. The tyrant's lackey. If you do this, you'll die with us, you madman. To protect the Lord Captain and the crew, I see you've never met an infernus before. The faces are twisted with fear. Will they retreat? Will they flee? Will the hunt be thwarted? No. A small throwing blade flies out of my palm and draws a scarlet line across Anvil's neck. If I had wished it, she would be dead. But she continues to breathe and to bleed, and to scream furious as she looks at me. The RogueTrader's assassins are here! Look! They wanted to kill me! Find the assassins! The spark is lit. You're right, by the way.
Yeah.
You look really distracted.
Oh, no, I'm just watching.
The lay people press in from all sides, pushing and shoving. The faces are ablaze with terror and rage, and a violent energy boils through the mass of bodies. This power will be difficult to contain. Frightened people are dangerous people. The hunt was meant to go differently, but such is the undying one's will. One voice rises above the others, the voice of a burly bearded technomat, low as the roar of a furnace. Furnace smells of sweat and sacred unguents. He is not afraid, he merely pretends to be. Beneath the shudder of terror, I hear excitement. Do we deserve to be executed, my brothers and sisters? Are we not laboured with the sweat of our brow? Are we not perished from the outburst of raging machine spirits? Why do they call us rebels? Why are we being punished? Furnace's words made the crowd seethe even more. Take a closer look at him. Strong, heavy, enormous hands whose blows should be feared. A great belly that has become a symbol of his success. He does not starve, so those who follow him will not starve either. A powerful leader, recognized by the whole pack. Feel the flowing rage of these poor wretches. The flame burns high, for there is strong fuel at its heart. These people have amassed many grievances. The enforcers are cruel to them, for they believe that fear eradicates treason. The officers despise them, for their clothes and hands are filthy. The quartermasters rob them, and withhold what is owed to them, for the clan is not strong enough to make demands. They are vulnerable. Their hearts are vulnerable. The Undying One commands us to spin a web to catch such hearts before they plunge into the abyss of treason. And so, I am spinning the web. But there is something else mixed in the righteous indignation. Something that taunts them, excites them, angers them. It is something foul hovering in the air. Aberration. Think about Domin. I turn my thoughts to him, for it is his people that are standing before me. What would he do, the one whose thread I anoint with my blood? Which of you dare to call the Lord Captain's judgment unfair? Already you are writers in everything but name, and then you ask why you've shown us no trust? You should be thankful for having been blessed with both toil and injury. Who would you be without them? Nothing but worthless rubble. Yeah, that's none of these things is what I would say.
Absolutely fucking not. I didn't feel like saying any of those.
No, I would say something along the lines of, alright, what's the problem? And how can it be solved?
Yes. Well, it can be solved by, treating these people like frickin' people.
Which we have been.
Apparently, we've only been doing it for like one deck at a time. Well, whenever they cause
there's only so many things. Which of you has dared call the Lord Captain's judgment unfair? I demand to see the accuser. They grow still, as though a sheet of ice has formed on its roiling surface of a water tank. No one dares to be the one whose name is spoken. No one dares to leave the crowd and lose the protection of anonymity. Why are you surprised? Have the officers ever treated us otherwise? A new voice, sandpaper rough, tears through the rumbling of the crowd. Its owner is ragged and filthy, and a feverish gleam burns in his eyes. His words inflame the people's mind. like rot feasting upon a wound. Rot cries out mockingly, "That's because you're afraid of them, but they're not afraid of you. They have the almighty baton. All you have is the source of the power that feeds the whole ship. Why shouldn't they take you for granted? It serves you right, you cowards." His ugly shriek spills like venom upon the sweating faces as they slowly draw closer and closer. Sense the smell hanging over the crowd. I take a deep breath, and something stupefying, noxious, and luscious disturbs my senses. This is no ordinary odor, but something subtle and foul. It carries the same stench as rot. Skinny and scrawny, Rot leers at me with his gaping mouth. He is a nobody who has nothing. His body has wasted away from disease. His hands are 5 fingers short. His fate is sealed. And that makes him convincing. Everybody knows he has nothing to gain for himself, and thus no reason to lie. His poverty is his armor. Why is he on my ship?
Right.
Like, oh shit, you've been injured and can no longer perform your task. Here's a stipend. And, off on the next fort, and we'll hire someone new.
Yeah. Like, why are we doing this? It's so inefficient.
Tell my thoughts to Maximilian. Okay. I address the one who commands the people and who possesses the authority to execute and pardon. Am I to hear his thoughts? The Domin takes care of all, for such is his burden, but he cannot save everyone. The seditious words have been heard and will not be forgotten. I hereby chastise this compartment for its profane... first one, actually.
Yeah, first one, absolutely.
The Domin takes care of all, for such is his burden, but he cannot save everyone. He only cares about his flunkies. Categorically untrue. I've helped a lot of people.
Right, we have done so much frickin' good for this ship, it's not even funny.
The bile spraying from Rot's mouth sizzles in the worker's mind like acid. It is burning them through. We will not commit rebellion, but we will not allow ourselves to be slaughtered by villains either. The law and the Emperor are on our side. The young woman steps forward, slender and subtle like a rapier. If they want to crush us with the fear of death, let them kill us. It will only prove our righteousness. The ringing call is a command, pressing itself into their hearts. The foul stench of sacrilege almost knocks me off my feet. Look her in the eye. She is fragile, but there is a strength in her, an authority, taken for granted and understood by everyone. She is ready to command, with legions willing to die for such maidens, beautiful and resolute as they are. She carries no banner in her hand, for she herself is the banner. Sense the fetid stench of blasphemy, the tantalizing, elusive scent of rage. It is more than a stench, it is a tool, the weapon of the despicable trio which they use to influence the minds of the laity, invisibly intoxicating their minds. The crowd reeks of flowering treason. I delve down to its root and realize what it is that rejects his will so. His sacred privilege is being attacked. He alone chooses who may journey with him, to him. But these three instigators are determined to make the decision for themselves, dragging the souls of all those around into the fires of violence with them. They are impudent upstarts who have put themselves above him, and above me, the second spinner of the bloodspun web, his chosen servant. The realization of such audacity burns my very soul. I appeal to Domin loudly and exigently, but the noise around me drowns out my own thoughts and forces me from focusing and stops me from focusing on his image. So, death will claim you all, but not today, unless you are truly keen to meet its embrace. The crowd does not answer. They do not hear me. The sacred promise of death no longer moves them, for they have fallen under the enemy's spell. They surround me, threatening, pointing fingers, cursing. They dare not strike, not yet. but already their enormous bulk presses down upon me as the smell of blood in the air grows thicker by the minute. Stand firm and do not resist. The crowd presses forward, harder and harder. My breath is growing short, my bones are crunching. Somebody screaming in my face. I endure the stench. Stop, you are committing treason. They hear me no more. They cannot, for the poison of disobedience has utterly filled their mind. See, I feel like if we had come down here, this wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah, the fact that, again, because this situation has been manufactured as well, like, they killed the Enforcer, which created the opportunity for this, and then, yeah, it's so irritating. This didn't need to be a thing.
No. I can bear it no longer. The blades in my hands sing, and blood streaks across astonished faces. I am done speaking and exhorting. I merely dance on the thread I have spun. I bestow death and blessed wounds. I catch a glimpse of Rapier's cloven face and Furnace's open belly. Rod's severed hand falls at my feet, and its owner flees howling. I dance and breathe so freely. It did not go the way I had planned. The smell of blood lingers in the air, like the stench of impending defeat. Two bodies are sprawled before me. I have severed their threads. The third blasphemer has managed to escape, but his disembodied hand also lies on the floor. Useless meat. I can't help but feel I could have handled that myself.
Yep.
What can the corpses reveal to me? Very little. Faint traces of the vile mutations that twisted their bodies. The foul stench of corruption emanating from their meat. The deformed, strangely colored brains in their crushed skulls that spawned the heresy of sedition. So we would have come down here with a psyker in tow.
Yep.
Go, alright, what's the dealio? These are the problems, okay? We'll deal with those. Now, who is actually causing this, madness?
Yeah. Like, take away their underlying weapon, which is how shitty things are.
And again, I feel like we could have come here and even lied to them, what do you mean you're hungry? Have you not received the rations? Who took them?
Was it the rebels, making you mad?
Hell, I would have come here and say, I have evidence that the Nemesite has been stealing the supplies I have been sending to you. Your anger is... And our dude has the capacity to actually handle this.
Yeah.
What will the appearances of the survivors tell me? They huddle in the corners, ashamed of their own subservience. They try to convince themselves that the blood they so foolishly spilled would absolve them, but they know it is not enough. Are the other two still alive? Their threads have not yet been cut. I realize with astonishment that they are standing close to me. Flaming voices furiously reproaching all those who had only recently joined the revolt, while still Mistress booms like a siren, shaking her maul and threatening punishment. They are useless to the hunt now. You were all useless to the hunt! A thrill runs through the strands of my consciousness. Is this Maximilian? Yes, and he is not happy. Can I truly feel him again, or am I imagining it? I need to see. I need to concentrate. I gaze at the puddles of blood and the patterns they form. I see a labyrinth. The Undying One has given me a sign. My hand finds the sealed case in which his tarot cards reside. It is time for a divination in the blood of the dead. It will reveal to me the name of their unholy master. I draw the beginning of the spread. The Hound. I gaze at the card and its depiction of the Astra Militarum armored vehicle that bears that formidable name. The pursuit of truth, sacrifice, and victory. This is me, and I'm on the right track. The Harlequin, inverted, lies manipulation. A shadow play blocking my path, and a lie exposed. A deception that must be revealed. I draw the end of the spread. The 6 of spades, what the hell? No, sorry, that's the wrong card. The preacher, a man who carries an idea and proclaims it. But who is it? Nemesite? One of his supporters? Someone already slain or someone still alive? The divination is unclear, and so I draw a 4th card. It is dangerous to ask more of the Undying One, but I must know. The Aquila.
Pages of the Vineyard.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's Maximilian's Magic the Gathering deck. Oh, ramp.
Ramp.
His holy image watches me from within the card, and my heart grows frigid with the knowledge of what it represents. The Undying One has manifested his omen in the traitor's blood. The hunt that has begun will be completed by the unveiling of a great deception. Our enemy is elusive because he has a powerful ally, one who espouses fate in the Emperor on his vessel. The ship's confessor is in league with the Nemesite. He will be the next prey. Can we stop just stabbing random people here?
Can we actually do something to change the systemic bullshit going on in this fucking ship? Anna says, figure that the RogueTrader plays Magic the Gathering. You need that kind of purchasing power to buy some of the cards.
Oh, our RogueTrader runs 4 Black Lotuses, no question.
Ooh.
Alpha.
Ooh.
He don't even care. And he has another 4 Black Lotuses on his sideboard.
In his sideboard. Anna says, no, obviously stabbing people solves everything. I mean, that's what these guys seem to think.
No, here's the thing. Stabbing people does in fact solve everything. The trick is finding the right people to stab.
Yes.
Why are we here?
Remember, she said we'd be carried back to our chamber.
Yeah, but I kind of assumed that, you know. Yep, you're back. Have you recovered from the Nemesite's attack? We came very close to death. Janus puts a hand on his chest, right where the gruesome wound used to be. The Carrerians spent hours fighting for my life, and I have to say they are earning their keep. They promised to leave a heroic-looking scar, although, admittedly, I much prefer calluses from an autoquill. Incidentally, before this whole thing happened, I received an unusual gift. A living flower sealed in a crystal dome. Does it mean anything to you? Oh, your lordship, if that is what I think it is. Janus ponderously rests his arms on his bulging stomach. I once came across a volume on ancient aristocratic rituals in the family library. I think I recall something called an immortalium, a term from an ancient custom of the nobility. An eternal flower that can exist for centuries in the vastness of space. May I inquire who sent it to you? No, you may not. I'm not fully certain, but I can make an educated guess. Lady Cassia must have brought the flower from Urak 5 with her own personal belongings and kept it this whole time. Hardly anyone else on this vessel would be powerful enough to acquire such an exotic artifact, aside from you, of course. The appearance of an immortalium in the life of 2 noble personages is a very special ritual, meant to wordlessly evoke the true intentions of both parties. Every gesture, act, glance, and statement carries profound meaning replete with subtext. The very act of gifting an immortalium can be interpreted as a sign of favor, uncertainty of intentions, budding friendship, or even a request to keep a polite distance. Sometimes it is all of those things at once.
Well, that's bloody confusing, isn't it?
I think she's been reading the equivalent of a medieval courtship manual and trying to apply that to modern dating. Which would be kind of hilarious, actually.
Yeah, that would actually be quite funny.
Can you imagine rocking up in full armor on a horse and challenging someone to a duel just, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
See, I feel you would either get the, oh, how romantic, oh, what a dork, and nothing in between. And it's heavily weighted towards the dork part.
It's like all those things that ladies read about in all these like spicy novels.
I don't want to know what ladies read about in those spicy novels. That is forbidden knowledge.
I don't know what it is they read specifically, but I've seen a lot of them saying that, oh yes, I enjoy reading it, but if a guy ever did it, like, it would be really cringe and like...
Degrees of separation have a tendency to make things more palpable, shall we say.
Yes.
And I think that's the most diplomatic thing I've ever said.
I think it is, yes. Also, Yannick has joined us, saying that the greater good does not suck. Yes.
Oh, does that mean you do want those Tau?
Yeah. I've got all these Tau here for you, Yannick. We'll bring them over.
So, and what am I supposed to do with all this? Make you move. Do you wish to reject the gift, ostentatiously ignoring the gesture, or accept it on your own terms? According to noble etiquette, the reciprocal gift must display equal effort and emotion, and it must be delivered through a third party, just like the Mortalium itself. Screw this all. Hey, Jai, are you DTF or...
You DTF, Jesus Christ.
Sorry. That's the least diplomatic thing I've ever said, on the other hand.
Yes, that is like... We went from here, bang, right back down.
Let no one say that Maximilian has no class. Let's cut this turd loose.
I don't know what it is with you sometimes. It's like when we were playing Plate Up the other day and you got all into that tease and denial thing. Like, what the hell?
I don't know. I have mood swings. See, I actually believe that our dude genuinely believes that. Gifts will not be necessary. Few things are as elegant as the ability to convey one's feelings in personal conversation.
Yeah.
Truth be told, I know little of gifts. Any ideas? I suppose you could discreetly ask the Lady Navigator about her preference in personal conversation. That's fair. I shall return when I think of something. I shall await your instructions, Lord Captain.
Shall we get to...
about a nice big bottle of Lambrini?
I was going to say, shall we do a gift card?
A web of crimson in the plasma drive chambers.
I wasn't expecting that.
Ensnared Nemesite's accomplices with it. It is done. My divination has revealed that your confessor, the sower of faith aboard this vessel, is stained with deceit. The Undying One has spoken. His time has come.
Okay, fantastic. Excellent. I love it, Kibella. One quick question. Do we have any proof? Also, what does the confessor have to do with any of this?
Right?
Is the confessor like dressing up as Robin Hood? But little do we know, the confessor actually speaks with a perfect English accent.
This guy is starting to get on my nerves.
Okay. We need to discuss your hunt in the plasma drive chambers because I received a death list a mile long.
The casualty list was long.
Also, and the guys are providing suggestions.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not going to be a subtle ask, but Cassia might not notice either, so... Yeah. A week all paid and all inclusive at the spa in a pleasure world. Yeah, maybe. Like, here's the thing, right? She's well into this courtly romance thing, so I think she'd respond well to a gesture rather than like a, you know.
So all I can think now is Prince George from Blackadder the Third. Woof! You know, kind of like to be absolute. You know that one episode where Blackadder's trying to set him up with that rich lady.
Oh yeah.
She's all like squirrels and stuff like that. And George is just, extremely rude about it. That's all I can think of.
Yes.
We need to discuss your hunt in the plasma drive chambers.
I have been awaiting your questions, Domin. Ask away.
I understand. You were chasing Nemesite to your quarry, but killing an enforcer using blood in a divination ritual? Was that all truly necessary?
Such was the Undying One's will. And yours before that, Domin.
Fucking wasn't.
You blessed my hunt so that I might lead you to Nemesite. Your blade performed its service, and the hunt was fruitful.
Oh, fruitful was it? Well, fantastic. I'm gonna put the head of the Nemesite on my desk. Oh, look at that. There's nothing there.
That whole, oh yes, it's my god's, it's the Undying One's will. I'm like, I feel like you can just say that about anything.
Oh, yeah, it's totally the will of the Emperor for me to, have a second serving of pudding.
Yeah, and kill that guy.
Are you satisfied with the results of the hunt?
No. One of the false champion's lackeys has escaped. I deserve no forgiveness.
Brilliant. So, I felt like I was with you somehow. Is that even possible?
Perhaps what you saw was induced by the ritual essence. Perhaps it was the Undying One's will that made you see. I too sensed a thread between us. Indeed, there were times when I could almost sense you with me. It was a comforting feeling.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I'm gonna...
May the Undying One...
I'm gonna go over there.
Anna says you draw the RogueTrader as Prince George and Cassia as the industrialist daughter.
Yes.
Just imagining it now. Whoa!
So, Cassia.
We could draw...
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversation.
You know what? I'm gonna quick save.
We can draw Abelard with a pair of fake golden tits.
I think that reference is a further deep cut.
Boring the bridges without our stimulating conversation.
Incidentally, I never asked about our latest additions to the crew. Special site. What we got?
Xenos' colors has always been a grueling challenge for me. The boundless palette of colors Eliot emanates is too painful to look at. Her hues are bright, blinding, unnatural, and very, very dangerous, Lord Captain. I would never entrust my safety to a being that screams so loudly and clearly of its alienness to human perception.
So, why don't we talk about gifts, if you're not opposed, of course?
Gifts? What do you mean?
See, she's very cute.
He is unreasonably cute for, how horrific she can be.
I don't want to just ask.
No.
I have quick saved, so we can risk it.
Sure.
You do realize I know who sent me the Immortalium.
I see people's emotions in the vivid spectrum of hues surrounding their essence, Lord Captain. And I understand everything. However, I have enjoyed this little game. I hope you have too.
And it says, I was right, so not subtle. Sure.
Lady Cassia, being near you has made me reckless. And thus I ask you to accept my ardent feelings as a gift equal to yours.
Why have we suddenly turned a bit Spanish?
I don't know, it feels natural when I'm flirting. A second later, an invisible force envelops you in a swirling torrent of emotions, and your heart skips every other beat. Medic! Medic! In time with the landlady navigator's breathing. When Cassio's powers recede, the austere reserve of her face is replaced for the first time by passion. In her eyes, the curve of her lips, the slight tilt of her head. With a small nod and a smile of reddened lips, she holds out her hand, pale and trembling. Politely draw back.
And it says, woof. And Yannick says, Antonio Banderas' spirit possessed him. He's not dead. I'm pretty sure he's not dead.
That's fair enough. If someone had told me one day I could take leave of my senses like this, I would never have believed it. Feels like he says that to the camera.
Right.
At last, we have become a little bit closer. Why do we kiss her hand? I did not dare hope.
Oh. See, she likes to play a subtle game.
We're not a very subtle person, Richard.
That's true.
By your leave, Lord Captain, I would like to spend some time alone and think about what has transpired.
Is that good or bad? I don't know.
I have no riz when it comes to women, so I don't know.
I have enjoyed.
Although I'm curious to have sent her a gift. I want to see what the options were.
See, because the gift keeps the game playing for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and something about the 41st millennium. God Emperor conferred to be Antonio Banderas, apparently.
Yeah, not sure about that.
It was Hatsune Miku the other day.
It was what?
Hatsune Miku. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Send her a gift. An embroidery loom. Ladies like that sort of thing. Jesus Christ. The most exquisite perfume in the sector?
I think
Yeah, or a singular superior library. We'll go the Beauty and the Beast route.
Yeah. Well, she did send us a flower in a jar, so...
It will be done, your lordship. Give me some time, and I will make sure the order is carried out to the letter.
Okay.
I don't know if that was the correct option. I don't know what she wants, frankly.
Nope.
Words cannot describe how.
Oh yeah, we're asking about.
Xenos' colors too. I haven't.
Okay. Let's see where that goes.
Yeah.
In the meantime, nothing new
In the
here.
meantime, do we continue with the Genestealer problem?
Is it still a Genestealer problem?
Well, yeah, the thing he said the Confessor was the one at fault, so have we got to, like, go deal with him?
I don't know. Let's go find out. Yeah, I have to bring your bell up.
Yep. I think Yannick's spewing some heresy about who the God Emperor is an amalgam of. Miku and Banderas apparently formed together.
What the? I think we're straying now.
I think so, yeah. It's getting a bit out of control.
Gibella extends a finger topped with a metal claw towards Confessor Adalbert. The divination has revealed that you stand before the enemy Nemesite. Speak only the truth before the Domin and the Undying One. Adalbert Mitskibella's words calmly, with almost majestic resignation. A defender of the people and a tyrant's minion are two faithful servants of opposing ideas. Two souls that have rejected everything else for the sake of duty. I now truly see that your collision with him was inevitable. Adalbert shifts his gaze to you and lets out a mournful sigh. I was warned about your visit, Maximilian, as well as its purpose. What alerted you to my visit? My son, the protector of those whose blood you feed upon, whose hard work you paid for your content life on the upper decks of the ship. What? I demand an explanation, Confessor. This instant. Your pet tormentor who extols death is right. I know Nemesite, and I assist him. Just like him, I am your enemy, Maximilian. Adalbert raises his voice, and in the soft tenor you hear notes of accusation as deep as rolling thunder. And I am also the enemy of your cruel regime, where life is dirt under the enforcer's feet, where a man has nothing to eat, writhes in fear, and knows no hope. And I have been working to fix that.
Yeah, like all of our decisions have been send medical supplies, send extra food, sort out the enforcers, stop the beatings, like, come on.
You remember in Girl Genius, that bit where Gil just loses his shit at having to act like a villain for people to take him seriously?
Yeah.
And goes, oh my god, that's what my father must feel like all the time. I'm getting there.
Yep. That was revealed a lot to him.
Sauerback clenches her fists until her knuckles crunch. You treasonous impostor! Do you think I listened to your sermons or was anointed by your hand? You will choke on your words along with the teeth I'm about to knock out. Adalbert dignifies her with neither a word nor a glance. And you were so good at moaning about the servants he killed. You're not even trying to lie. Commendable. So you're a heretic then? And a rebellion is a strike against the Imperium and advantages the enemies of humanity. Repent! I too desire a better life for my subjects. The battle need not be violent. Let us make peace and change life on the ship together. I have tried.
Yep.
And you were so good at moaning about the servants you killed. I grieved for them, but they were unreliable. They would have compromised us. They had to lie, they had to die, but the fault for their deaths lies with you and your enforcer dogs, for fear of whom you are forced to hide. So, you had people that had nothing to do with this killed, and it's my fault. Because otherwise, I would have found out about you killing people. What?
The circular bloody logic here.
That's why I refuse to cooperate with this one.
Right.
So you're not even trying to lie. This is commendable. Why should I? If the dogs have come looking for blood, they will not live without a kill. Such is your vicious nature. So you're a heretic then? No. Heresy is what you and your fellow bloodsuckers believe in. The ecclesiarchy has turned faith into a whip to drive the powerless. The aristocracy has turned into a shield to cover their transgressions. And the enforcers have turned it into a club with which to beat those who dare to raise their voices. Your faith is an instrument of lies and suppression, and I renounced it long ago. My faith promises salvation, not thraldom. Argenta's eyes flash. Betrayer of faith! Your blasphemous words will perish with you!
Anna says, I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he isn't, but he is a hypocrite, also.
Yes.
Face the facts. You are no champion of justice. You are a manipulator who raises himself up by standing on the corpses of others. I'm not judging you. On the contrary, I could use a man of such talents. Together we'll accomplish a great deal. Not quite. The first half, yes.
Yeah.
I don't actually agree with any of this.
No.
We're not fanatical enough to agree with this.
No.
He has fucked up hard.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the time for cooperation. This is where punishments should be doled out.
Yes.
I see. I doubt it. People like you only ever see what they want to see. Do you serve the Nemesite or do you command him? I follow him as you once followed me. Nemesite is my son, if not by blood, then in spirit. I took him in as a willful child, and I've fostered the best in him. A passion for justice, the indomitable flair of a fighter, and an unyielding determination. I have been preparing him for years. You have raised the living instrument that serves a purpose without question. Kibella speaks cautiously, as if not entirely sure of her judgment. Such is his purpose, to be hope, to break the shackles, to end centuries of torment who have passed aboard this ship. A great sacrifice for a great cause. He falls silent, looking at Kibella expectantly. You should be familiar with his ways, except that instead of a sword of freedom, you were raised to be an executioner's sword. What else were you lying about? My last confession? Why not? He frowns and pulls back his collar, as if he were short on breath. I am not Adalbert. That was the name of an initiate from a clan of confessors who passed away from disease many years ago. I was born in squalor on the lower decks, and at the behest of the many-armed emperor. He falters, as if he wanted to add something else. It was by the emperor's command that I took Adalbert's place through deception, pretending to be him. The dead man had inherited much influence and many thrones from his clan, which hastened my successful rise through the ranks. But it was not for wealth and power I did this. I accepted the burden of hard work to empower the common people, to pave the way for liberation from oppression and injustice. And my part is almost done. Kibella whispers to you. I sense no lie in his words or bearing, Domin Maximilian. He feels and welcomes death with open arms. The moment favors us. We must learn more. He who betrayed his oaths will not deliver Nemesite to us, but from his words we may divine knowledge of our enemy. How did your deception go unnoticed? You were not there for those years of pestilence. Confessors attended every deck and died in multitudes. New ministers were recruited in every port at every station. Their names and faces blurred together, and were recognized our kin only by their robes. No one who knew Adalbert's true face survived that time, and the Emperor saved me from being exposed. Your liberation is rooted in betrayal and bloodshed. This is war, Maximilian. The war for our liberation, and we are willing to die and kill for it. Because our enemy is brutal and deaf to our pleas. You have deserved it. He resolutely places his hand on his heart. I haven't. I only came on the ship a couple of months back, and have been trying to do, actually help everyone ever since.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of our predecessors' bullshit is being laid at our feet here.
Yes. Saurback reacts to his gesture with due suspicions, sharply gripping her weapon, pretending to eliminate any threat to you. Are you hoping he will save you now? No, we decided otherwise. I'm not worth him risking his life, so do not expect to capture him through me. My son has no attachments, for they would only make him weak. He will gladly sacrifice himself for his dream of liberty and equality, and I must do the same. I only grieve that, thanks to your efforts, I cannot be near my son and ease his burden. Attachment makes us weak. Kibella whispers in a barely audible. Kibella's whisper is barely audible, and you see her face grow more dismal still. You made a weapon out of him, just as he made a weapon out of you. You could cut the hypocrisy in this room with a spade.
Right. Thick with it.
So the Nemesite is just a man. Excellent. It is harder to kill a legend. The words of a tyrant inebriated with power and impunity. The Nemesite is an idea, and you have the arrogance to believe you can kill an idea made flesh. It is better this way, so keep underestimating him. Oh, no, you don't understand. I am not arrogant. The universe is merely beneath me. Any last words? The shackles will fall, and there will be nothing left of your tyranny, nor of you. He speaks without hatred. His even voice is that of a martyr on his way to glory. I simply can sentence him to death for treason. make him responsible for the deaths of countless people. To separate a family would be cruel. You and your son will see each other soon enough. I like a couple of these options. Despite your crimes, I will keep you alive. Arrest the traitor. I'm not giving him to Kibella because I know what her deal is. She will kill him.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I'm not sure either, actually.
I'm tempted to go for 4.
Yeah, because he's too far up for dying, so let's keep him alive and then we can show him that we've stopped his rebellion in his tracks.
Despite your crimes, I will keep you alive. Saubak, arrest the traitor. You seem to have mistaken my humility in the face of death for submission. He smiles weakly. It is not for you to decide my fate. I will make the choice myself. I will surrender my life in the fight for our future. I will die, but I will take you with me. He clicks his fingers, and the initiates who have been standing humbly around him in your direction. Their white robes opening to reveal a variety of weaponing. For Nemesite, brothers and sisters! For freedom! Lord Captain, this is an ambush! They have been waiting for us! Saubak's shout hits your ears, drowning out hurried footsteps and the clicking of gun plasteel. Here's a grenade! Protect the Lord Captain!
Take a knee and bow before me.
The angel's blessing awaits!
So, you have made a critical mistake that you are, like, a square away from Abelard.
Yes.
And I legitimately don't know what you were expecting.
Yeah, like your death is a certainty.
In fact, can we, like... Yeah, that will do.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Can everyone go there for a second, please? Thank you very much.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Maximilian, if you could buff everyone. I'm looking at the wrong server skull.
Already done.
That's our tooting servo
Suits
skull,
my purposes.
That's
not our combat.
yes, that's the server skull that flies around shouting at people that we are
Not my
here.
specialty.
Yes. And how awesome we are.
Where's Argenta? Oh, there she is.
She's already in cover. She's ready for this shit.
Okay, fantastic. So,
Isn't
yeah.
this a job for the serfs?
You get to stay there. And buff Kibella a little bit. She tends to get hit quite a lot.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Hannah says, being on the same plane of existence as Abelard seems to be the big mistake. You're not wrong.
Well, little did they know. Alright. Sister, if you please. Yeah, I'll do.
As the Emperor
Yeah.
commands.
What the fuck is that?
What the hell was that?
I have no clue. What the hell?
Right? Scared the shit out of me, that did.
We bring deliverance.
My faith shields me.
My cover!
The Sire's
Bastard.
tongue guides me.
Huh.
Target well.
See, and that's exactly the point. Also, a heavy rock saw. Really? Really? Are you trying to be more culty?
I mean, it is one of the iconic Genestealer weapons. I just... See, the thing with the Genestealer cult is like, especially the main one they portray in models, they're always like miners, which is where they get all of their like TNT from and drills and rock saws. Why would the Genestealer cults
I'll do
aboard our ship have a rock saw? We don't do all that much sawing of the rock.
You don't know that.
Nothing I can't do.
Now, to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me to find out that we have a fucking rock factory somewhere in the ship.
It's good for what ails you.
Emperor, give me strength.
All right.
I'm going to be very British now and say, well, yes, do we make our own RogueTrader rock sticks?
Ah, I could
Merchant
have.
My
buys.
purpose, nothing of value has been lost.
Well, that was a waste.
Yep.
Nothing I can't do.
Oh yes, use a flamer against the Sister of Battle. That's gonna go well. That was more than I thought. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a problem in any capacity. Just saying.
Oh, that one's got a thunder hammer.
Where?
Over
Ooh,
there.
so he does. That's neat.
As
So-
honor ordains.
Hannah says the rock saw is the correct eating utensil
Trust me.
for a stick of rock.
An offering of blood.
Oh, look at that. The inevitable happened.
As the tenets demand. As honor comes, the other side awaits. Trust me, my blade whispers your name.
Okay. That works. Now, Abelard has mostly been chilling.
I will do my duty. Reduce
Yeah.
the dust.
On account of, this is a pretty low intensity scenario.
Yeah, this isn't enough for him to get worked up about.
Indeed.
So he mostly just does his own thing. You know what? I'm not even going to bother moving.
Ow.
Running by Nerek override.
They don't actually deserve any
Beyond the sire knows all.
tactics. They must know.
Request approved. Beyond the sire condemns you.
Nice.
But yes, they must know that they don't matter in the grand scheme of things. They will die, and no one will care.
My vow is to solve that is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
What he said.
Yeah.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My competences are not that universal.
Inherit all.
Oh no.
Only the faithful will ascend.
Oh,
Pain and duty go hand
ah,
in
it's a
hand.
weapon.
Yeah.
See, I'm not even gonna pretend like they have done anything other than the stupidest decision of their lives.
Right. Let's get in a line in front of
As the Emperor
the
commands.
heavy weapon toting Sister of Battle.
And look at that.
Smooth.
RogueTrader, you appear to be on fire. Nonsense.
Boulder dash.
The battle is over, and silence descends once again in the chapel. Flakes of ash whirl quietly in the air before coming to a rest on the blood trickling slowly across the floor. You ought to see this, Domin Maximilian. Gibela leans over the confessor's body and slices off the edge of his collar with her blade, revealing a tiny scar on the back of his neck. It looks just like the one captured Walker in the plasma drive chambers had, except that this one clearly healed a long time ago. So, he was connected to the genetic aberrations as well. Delightful.
I did like option 2 though.
Grok shit. No, like I said, when he said I instantly said earlier, the many-armed emperor.
Yep.
Again, that's why the rebellion is so hypocritical. Because it's a Genestealer cult thing.
Yes.
We now know much more about the enemy. Gabella ponderously runs a finger across the flat of her blade. About just how deep the poison of this conspiracy runs within the veins of your ship. But the blood-spun web has wrapped itself around its base too tightly, and Nemesite can no longer hope to escape. Her ruminations are interrupted by a furious hiss. Sauerbach snarls a curse through her teeth and spits at Adalbert's smoking remains. Her left arm hangs limp and her face is mangled by shrapnel. Lord Captain, we have a prisoner. She points her weapon at the man standing hunched over in pain. Permission to finish off the cur. I don't think you understand what prisoner means, Sauerbach. Down with the tyrant. The broad-shouldered initiate who calls himself Zeke clutches a deep wound, glaring at you with hatred. I have questions for you, traitor. RogueTrader, you are still on fire. Nonsense. Fire cannot hurt a RogueTrader.
The guy is going to gaslight so hard that the universe believes it.
I doubt you like the answers. So, are you serving the Nemesite for the cause or simply for money? He flashes a bloody grin. He promised us freedom. Yes, freedom from choice. Where is the Nemesite's hideout? Even the confessor didn't know where it is. He was afraid of spies, or of giving his son's secrets away under torture. You see, you can't get to our champion. Any other senior officers helping you? Officers? Ha! There's no one among them who is pure. They only care about power and gorging themselves on the scraps you threw them. Or else they would have long since turned against you. Zeke can barely finish the sentence before he is beset by a torrent of gurgling coughs. How many of you mutineers are hiding on my ship? I want to know your names, I want to know where you meet. Everything. A confessor said every compartment has people who fight for our cause. They promised to take me into the circle of our most devoted believers. Then I would know. But even then, I would tell you nothing. Not even under torture. Alright, I've learned all I needed. The initiate looks at you sullenly. They were waiting for us. It was a trap. Yes, Lord Captain. Adalbert had been warned, yet he chose not to flee. Instead, he stayed behind to set this trap for us. Did he really believe the madness would succeed and he would somehow survive? He did not want to survive. His only hope was to kill. Nemesite managed to turn his adoptive father into a blade pointed squarely at the Domin's throat, just as Adalbert himself had turned the Nemesite into a weapon. Neither of them feared death. That devious, mind-twisting beast! Sauerbach frowns with worry. I have been going through my predecessor's archive recently, and I may have an idea on what manner of creature the Nemesite is. We are dealing with a Kelemorph, a special variety of mutant filth in service of genetic cults. These creatures are made and raised to play the part of people's leader, an inspiration for the mutinous rabble. A Kelemorph's purpose is to sow disorder and to use rebellion to eliminate the ruling elite, those who might be capable of opposing the Xenos. Do they have a model for that one?
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look now. Also, Hannah says, sorry my cat decided to communicate with you. Sorry?
I think it might have been meowing at the TV.
Ah, right.
Well, meow. Back to you, Mr. Cat.
Yeah,
or Mrs. Cat. She didn't specify which one.
We should start fucking with, like, owners of pets on the stream to start meowing. Oh, yes, they do have it. It's,
Can I see?
yeah. Bring it up. It's this guy.
It actually does look like that mural we found, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
That's cool. Also,
Yeah,
okay. Alright. Now let us decide what to do with the surviving traitor. Do not kill him in vain. Those who follow the tenets of the web know that just as we serve death, so too does it serve us. Allow the death of this man to become an instrument in your hands, Domin Maximilian. Pass off the traitor's body as that of Nemesite. Instill fear in his supporters. The enemy will be forced to act to undo this deception, exposing himself in the process.
Oh, Hannah says, no, can you not see the nonsense message above? I actually can't, no.
No. I wonder if he was caught by, like, a filter.
Yeah, like the auto mod or something may have caught it.
What would that accomplish? All warriors fight for something. Be it fame, life, wealth, or their loved ones. Nemesite cares nothing for those things. He sacrifices his kin, scorns glory, and amasses no riches. Or bitches. I am sure he would gladly give up his own life if necessary. Nemesite fights for an idea, and so that is where we must strike. Make his idea bleed, and he will be obliged to respond. And whoever responds to react instead of acting dies. See, one thing to note there instantly is that everyone is acting wrong. On account of, it's a Genestealer cult, they have an MO.
Yeah. Like, we know their motive.
I don't think we know in universe, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to pardon this deluded fool. It colluded with a Genestealer cult.
Yeah.
Like, again, we are not dealing with an enemy that can be reasoned with. They are actually mind-controlled drones. No, I agree with Kibella. We will do as she proposes. Because I feel these are both fairly ignorant options.
Yes.
Like, pardoning him will do absolutely nothing, because Genestealer cult.
Yep.
And he can't be... He might be persuaded, because he's not a Genestealer himself.
True.
But, no. I agree with Kibella on this one.
Yeah.
We will make certain the lower deckers believe their hero to be dead. We will leave the body to hang for a good long while, that the hopes of the mutineers may rot along with the corpse. That is one traitor dealt with, Lord Captain, but how many more have been poisoned by the false confessor's heresy? A new spiritual shepherd must be appointed quickly to banish any mutinous thoughts sown by the traitor from the minds of the crew and to strengthen their faith and obedience. Without the ship's confessor, the rabble will begin to whisper that the Emperor has forsaken us, and such doubts will only play into the rebels' hands. Deal with it yourselves. If you're heretical, you can make it a chaos cult.
Interesting.
The creed must be strictly observed. Since the Voidsmen are wavering in their faith, let the High Factotum find a true servant of the Ecclesiarchy. Appoint a loyal crew member who is known for their strength of faith. Someone the Children of the Void will recognize as their own. We do not want any outsiders. Or make the Bloodspun web.
That's... I feel like that's giving them a little bit too much.
Yeah. See, I'm going to go with option 2.
Yeah.
That fits to our MO. Alright? We need a new confessor. Fantastic. It has to be from our crew, inspiring confidence and loyalty to our crew.
Yes.
Appoint a loyal crew member who is known for their strength of faith. Summon the Children of the Void who will recognize as their own. No outsiders. As you command. I will order the chapter be restored as well. Oh, and we've got blessed shields. Shield strength is increased by 10%. The sermons of Confessor Zerman have inspired the crew to defend the vessel with all their might. Yeah, see, that's what we're talking about. I will send agents to every deck. The next time Nemesite raises his head, which I'm certain will happen sooner rather than later, we will be one step ahead of him, and not the other way around. Now, can we move out of the fire? I will consider it. Sarbak staggers away, and your gaze turns into the motionless Kibella, staring at her own reflection within a pool of blood. Something wrong? I'm thinking about Nemesite, my adversary. The more I learn about him, the more I see a vague reflection of myself. A twisted reflection, perhaps, but all too familiar. Like me, he was forced to tread the path of servitude from an early age, stripped of anything that might stand in the way of duty. A champion and a zealot left with nothing but an idea, forged and tempered by his mentor. You are indeed alike, and it is up to you to prove before the God Emperor's gaze that the tenets of the web are stronger than whatever the Nemesite believes. Yes, both of you have been brainwashed. Stop looking for omens and try using your own judgment instead. 3?
3.
Because again, we are trying to play into her thing in order to make him
Yes.
fanatically loyal to us.
Yeah.
You are indeed alike, and it is up to you to prove before the God Emperor's gaze that the tenets of the web are stronger than whatever Nemesite believes in. Yes, Domin Maximilian, your words echo through my soul, and we are in accord. The Nemesite will fall, for his ways are dark and have led him astray. Gibella trails a metal claw across her lips, sealing her promise with blood. You know that meme? Our noble defenders, their barbaric warriors. Our glorious leader, their vicious tyrant.
Yep.
I feel like we're doing that, but like on purpose. Ooh,
Yeah. Ooh.
a heavy flamer. A heavy flamer.
Oh, look at those areas of effect.
Right. And what ability did we give Argenta last level?
Yep, flamer.
A heavy
proficiency.
flamer, yeah.
There's also.
And let me find it. If the wearer of range attack fails, the toughness resistant takes inflicts exhaustion. It's nice.
Let's have a look at the rock saw as well. Actually.
Yeah, I was looking for that. Heavy rock saw. Very little damage, very low armor penetration. But each attack performs several strikes. If the first strike hits, all subsequent strikes hit. If the first is dodged, they're all dodged. So it does 3 hits. Interesting.
Right.
I know Roxas are recommended for Abelard, of all people.
Alright.
So I am curious. What is the damn thing? Also reminds me of the ghoul saw from Warframe.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Now that is the sister of battle.
Yes.
Oh, holy shit! It's specifically Genestealer cult one.
Oh, shit, yeah, it's got the symbol on it.
Oh, it has the symbol. It's white with the hazard pattern.
Yeah, that's so
Oh, that is
cool.
so cool.
Ah, stick.
Sick indeed. Let's give a prayer as well. Oh,
Yeah. I will also
New challenge for
nip
me?
to the loo, actually.
I'm gonna go over the bridge and see you guys in a second. I'm gonna get some water. Alright, well, I'm back. And I wanted to check something. Because I swear last time... No, I think, yeah. We gave Gibella some Drukhari proficiencies. But that was only for weapons. The armor comes in separately then. Okay. Cool. Also got ourselves this arbiter armor. Which is not as good as the makeshift Xenomesh. What about Solomon? Huh. Solomon can't wear heavy armor. Fascinating. While the wearer has 75% more wounds, the deflection increased by 3 and the parry is increased by 8. Might be worth the... Oh, no, it isn't. Looks sick, though. Oh well.
I have returned.
Ah, so you have.
Hmm.
I was just doing some management stuff.
Oh yeah. Looks good.
Okay. And so with that, we have uncovered yet more Genestealer cultists.
It just keeps going.
Dumb it.
Any good
All right.
auguries?
Let's hear what they're whispering about you. Another road. The road begins at the threshold of the expanse and leads to the bowels of the emerging world.
Reading the threads of fate is not meant for you, slave of the enthroned corpse. Step into the embrace of doom, for thus was it preordained by the architect of fates.
That wasn't me. I swear on everything that's holy. I don't know what the second road is or who watches over it, but I beg you, stay away from it. Of course.
Cool. Nothing to worry about. Just
That's
regular
all good
psych talk. Yes, perfectly normal. Nothing to see
Lord
here,
Captain.
folks.
Lord,
Good grief.
God damn it, what the hell was that?
Right.
Okay. Now, back to the Expanse, which we were doing, where we were doing something before this whole Genestealer cult nonsense started.
Yep.
We finally arrived at the system of Ocelio's prophecy. Do some meditative planet scanning. Oh.
Oh.
It appears that a large void ship recently dumped a huge load of junk and faulty parts from orbit. The debris that did not burn up in the atmosphere is now blocking the flow of a mighty river. This dam is causing the river to overflow, flooding the nearby valley. A herd of large hoofed rodents has gathered along the riverbanks. If the animals lose their usual habitat, they are doomed. The Lord Captain orders a great hunt. The animals cannot flee and are virtually defenseless, and their valuable meat and pelts will prove quite useful. Why do I suspect that will give us profit factor?
I have a feeling it very well might.
The Lord Captain orders the removal of space debris. It is a long, laborious process, but the animals will have a chance to survive. Like, I want to use 2. Yeah? But, like, profit factor. And we have used quite a lot of this recently.
We have. Will it give profit factor or will it just give...
That's the thing. It could just give resources.
Yeah. Jungle World Dam. Here we go.
Yes. Found anything good?
I'm just looking now. Jungle World, points of interest. No, I can't see anything.
Okay. I'm gonna save the animals. Fuck it.
Okay.
The Lord Captain's orders the removal of the space debris from the riverbed. It is a long and laborious process, but the animals will have a chance to survive. It takes many planetary turns. Oh, we've got eccentric animal lover.
Oh.
And hundreds of crew members to remove the heap of trash and unclog the river, letting the waters flow freely once more. The rodents run back to their pastures without so much as a backward glance to the people who saved them. I mean, yeah. They're just capybaras, aren't they?
Right.
We know it's not beavers because they would have gone, good, good, upon seeing a damned river.
Right.
Before you is a burning world, an inhospitable place at the mercy of a perpetual inferno due to its suffocating atmosphere in close proximity to the system's star. The firestorms on its surface never cease. What could the Kaspalik have been looking for in such a place? Alright, let's use the full capacity of the augurs to locate something unusual on the planet.
Yeah.
After many long hours spent analyzing the augur data, the tech priests noticed something unusual. A number of constructions of artificial origin can be detected under the planet's surface. They are too vast and peculiar to have been created by humans, but the geometric shapes and other properties clearly indicate that they were put together by sentient beings of some kind. How geometric are we talking about? Like, is it a lot of pyramids by any chance? Because if it is, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Have we just discovered a tomb world?
Unfortunately, there are traces of human activity next to the mysterious constructions. Well, fuck me, the Kasbalikans would love to find a tomb world.
Right.
It looks like somebody found a way to land on the planet and set up an archaeological dig site. These ancient monuments have been stripped of anything of value of interest. But other burning worlds may yield new discoveries. Interesting.
Yeah. Do you think we could equip Argenta with a Gauss plasma cannon?
That'd be nice. Come on. There we go.
There it is.
Is this a 1v1?
I think it is.
Huh.
Cool.
Wild. Okay, so we have some new guns to try.
Yes.
So that can reasonably attack from the side.
Oh, Abelard's lost his ability again.
Unleash up.
It's a quite short range, so...
Bleed them. This one's going down.
I have 2 plasma shots. Okay. And a full broadside.
Nice.
Macro cannon, volley.
So, to fire on this side, we'd have to turn ourselves entirely around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it means by that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Next is our fighters.
We'll fly on the exposed side.
I have missed this feeling.
That was anticlimactic. That was worth the
Right.
loading time.
God, it really freaking wasn't, was it?
Ooh, 5 promethium. That's a good amount, isn't it?
I believe so. Let me just have a quick check. Provisions, people. Promethium. How much?
5.
It's actually mid.
That's fine.
Yeah. 7's the higher one, but yeah, go for it.
Alright, cool. Nice little system.
Yeah.
Bit of everything. And some capybaras.
And some capybaras.
Oh,
Oh.
new star. So I'm gonna make this one unsafe. Ditto. Yeah, that's on yellow.
Yeah.
And create a bit of a shortcut here.
Yep, that's fair.
So let's go to the 100 Dreams Crossroad. It was discovered that one of the smaller vats in Engine 5 should have been filled with wastewater, instead contained a liquid that looked like blood. Not serious concern, and everything went back to normal.
And it says capybaras, question mark. On one of the planets, there was the small rodents that had been flooded out by the dam. And we moved the dam, and we're just assuming they're capybaras, but...
I choose to believe that they're capybaras, and you can't stop me. Phlogiston 2.
I'll double check it.
I'll keep scanning in the meantime.
2 is low.
Okay. A gas giant with actually nothing?
Mm-hmm. And it says, think I missed that bit, probably.
It's Promethium 6.
Ooh, that is good.
I think that's enough Promethium for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That looks like a terrestrial world. Feudal world. Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
Oh, incidentally, while we're here.
Yep. Oh, yes, of course.
Yes.
3 profit factor.
So, what else can we do in Janus? We don't have enough mechanisms to start this.
No.
That cost profit factor. Chemicals and people, though. Yeah. I don't see why not.
It gives us heretical, but...
It doesn't block anything off, though.
No.
I suppose we can save it for later.
Yeah.
I suppose we need chemicals for these.
Mm-hmm. And we need to boost our reputation a fair bit more.
Yeah. Advice of the Dark Sages. Interesting. Okay. Anything new on Filestone? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We can sell indulgences. Which I will.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Selling
Profit
the forgiveness of the ecclesiarchy for profit. And only a little bit of heretical. You know,
just a little bit.
Oh, come on, it's fine. It barely counts as heretical. It's good business. You are facing Chaos Worshippers. It seems their ships have been lying in wait here. The Vox Masters report an incoming transmission. Okay. Curious. Accept the message. A blood-curdling visceral scream on the Vox deafens the officers in the bridge. Frightened and pale, they cover their ears with their hands to carry on working despite the impulse to vomit. A mocking, inhuman voice giggles hysterically. "Today's the day you die!" Then the transmission ends.
Message received and not understood. Prepare to open fire.
It's always fun talking with heretics. Like, they have one-track mind.
Yeah, it's the same thing every time.
I don't think I have ever heard anything from a heretical's mouth that made me go, you have a point.
Right.
Some melter torpedoes. Ooh. Murder class. fighters. Oh.
Ooh, asshole.
That hurt, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So here is the deal.
Bleed them.
I'm gonna move slightly forward.
Fire the lance batteries.
In order to do that,
Torpedo.
let loose fighters of our own. Yeah, I haven't let loose torpedoes, so that's fine.
Another salvo.
Oh, we have 2 batteries here.
Huh.
Ah, no, because we can load them with flak.
Macro cannons. Volley.
Oh.
Well, that did it.
Yeah.
Leave the hull strewn across the stars.
That did that as well.
Now, heretics. Turn around, please. Thank you.
Very nice.
Lay in the course.
Fury interceptors inbound. And let's start. Where do you think you're going?
This one goes down.
Especially since I have you in my sights.
Another salvo.
Alright. But we are not done.
Onward.
Yep. Oh, I mucked the one up actually.
Annihilate.
Still, we can get some more fighters out right on his ass.
Okay, that'll do. Oh. Well, keep hitting them on the weak spot.
Yeah.
Oh, how many rounds do those torpedoes get?
Right.
Can you stop setting my ship on fire, please? Ah! No! No, my planes! You bastard! I love your guts for garters.
Unleash our vengeful salvo.
Okay, so.
Bleed them. Fire the lance batteries.
We are going to fire our flak shots.
Leave their hull strewn across the stars.
Twice.
Macro cannons, volley.
Very nice.
Again, I'm really missing Abelard's turn now.
Yeah, I don't know why that keeps disappearing.
Wow, that ship is fast.
Hmm.
Oh, would you look at that? It wasn't fast enough.
Leave their hull strewn across the stars. For the glory of the Imperium.
There we go.
Ooh.
New engine. And some void stuff.
Yeah. Grab those.
And we can carry on.
Yeah.
Into an arid world. Okay, that's it actually.
Yep.
Let's repair this, and I believe our ship has leveled up.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I'm gonna take strafe now, actually.
Yeah. Had our eye on that for a while. Oh.
Ooh. New stuff.
Oh.
Okay. We have the extra fighters.
Yep.
No, I'll have to be level 8 for that.
Ah. Yeah, we're definitely getting that though.
Yeah. Each craft launched from a torpedo has more integrity. Wait, no. Each attack craft launched from a torpedo tube has... Oh, yeah, that's fine. Well, we're not really ramming.
No.
Torpedoes get evasion. That's nice. Repairing costs less scrap. That's really nice.
That's good, yeah.
When approaching an enemy, you can go unnoticed. Steady hand. Chance for a shorter cooldown. Collect more scrap.
Good.
Reloads all macro cannons. Oh, I can get more of this stuff. I'm gonna take the cheaper to repair, actually.
Yeah.
For in the long
Save
run.
on
Yeah.
Yeah, save on scrap and there's his ability. What the fuck?
Now he has strafe instead of new
Oh, it's
heading.
strafe.
Yeah, you should have both.
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
I don't get it.
I think that's a glitch.
Yeah. Which is a shame because it's a bloody useful ability.
Whoa.
Oh. Very dangerous.
That's Dargonus, isn't it? Yes.
Yes.
Well, before we head there... Lord Captain, the plan was a success. A provocation against Nemesite and the killing of the trader Abelard has brought out all the rest of them. My enforcers have captured a number of suspicious individuals and bitten the truth out of them. The scum Nemesite wishes to avenge his mentor's death and plans to raid the ceremony of the officer's anointment. Since the impious Abelard has turned out to be an apostate, it is the new confessor's duty to ensure that the officers retake their oath to the God Emperor. Traditionally, the ceremony is attended by the officers' families, and it is they who will be the target of the mutineer. He wishes to slaughter all of the ship's elite in one fell swoop. I have ordered a trap to be set for the Nemesite. Would you like to be personally involved in the operation? What kind of trap?
Yeah.
We will replace the civilians with enforcers and the relatives of an appropriate age. Dress them all in formal clothes and hide their weapons underneath. When the Nemesite tries to strike, he will find only cruel disappointment, for the last time in his worthless life. Wait, the appropriate age? Are there going to be elderly and youths present? It is necessary for the sake of secrecy. Let me assure you, all my people will gladly risk their families for the good of the von Valancius dynasty, without fear or hesitation. I will attend the ceremony.
Yeah.
You hear a burst of interference, followed by Kibella joining the channel. Dom and Maximilian. The whispers of death are uttering the name of Nemesite even more loudly. I must meet the enemy face to face. Very well, we will capture him together. So be it. Kibella's voice is quiet, yet somehow even more grim and ominous than usual.
Mhm.
Let's see what the deal is.
Yeah.
The rows of disguised enforcers are listening to the confessor's words in silence. All around you are Sauerbach's chosen people, each dressed as a member of their officers' families. Close by, a kindly-looking old woman is fumbling with a starched handkerchief. Catching your eye, she smiles with a mouth that is missing half its teeth, then whispers, "Everything is going as planned, your lordship."
We have first-time chatter McRacken 3000 for the Emperor. For the Emperor, indeed.
Quite.
Yes, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you.
The facade is holding, with everyone playing the role perfectly. The Master at Arms must have instructed them thoroughly and shown them how best to conceal their weapons. All of them are wearing their best, and even when you cannot tell where they are hiding their armaments. And who might you be, Madam Matriarch? Belinda Trothgold, Lord Captain. Transferred from the enforcers within the rank of senior lieutenant to the staff of your lordship's quarters on account of my age and declining health. But as you can see, there's no such thing as a former enforcer. A friendly smile stretches across her bloodless lips. So why would Sauerbach entrust my safety to someone so advanced in years? I guess the Master at Arms remembers how Belinda used to be the best shot among the enforcers back in the day, and knows that my eye and hand have not diminished over the years. I spent 40 years on duty, and to this day, I can tell if a man is carrying contraband in his pockets just by the way he's walking. I am grateful to Mistress Sauerbach for the honor. I didn't want to die in my bed. Let me fall in battle, defending the Lord Captain and his crushing traitors. Belinda gives an imperious, yet absent-minded nod, and dabs her eyes with a handkerchief.
Yeah, I doubt that there's any kind of retirement plan for anybody aboard this ship, honestly.
Do you believe the Nemesite will fall for our ruse? Judging by the way that Surf in the back row keeps glancing around, our Nemesite has swallowed the bait just like the void rat he is. The porridge will hit the fan any moment now. A most benign smile crosses her face. The ceremony comes to an end. The vows are given, and the forehead of every officer is graced with a touch of the confessor. Now comes the moment for the closing prayer. And may the God Emperor protect us. A loud and menacing voice booms through the hall, cutting short the sacred words. But not today.
It even is the three-armed guy.
You cannot stop the angels, faithful!
Why don't you have guards outside of rooms?
Right.
Defensive positions! Do not let a single one break through! I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Okay.
Alright. Where are the people we're dealing with? Oh, there's a bunch of them here.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant most excellent.
Are you thinking the Sister of Battle with her flamer?
Well, funny enough, kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Because you could have also been thinking of Cassia and her
I was
draw
thinking
everyone in.
of Cassia and draw everyone in.
Yeah.
That's why I put the Sister of Battle here. Pascal, you do your thing.
Yeah.
Like-
There's also people to the left.
To the left.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the
there's,
Nemesite is.
Yeah.
Left, you mean over here? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let us start with the congregation, shall we? Yeah. Yeah. That'll do nicely.
Isn't this a job for the sun?
Oh, tasty.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Suits my
Very
purposes.
tasty.
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do.
Everybody is buffed. The Medicare signal is active. And I'm gonna shoot those
Go to
two.
town. So, while D murders Genestealer cultists,
It's an ancient and
McRacken.
honorable tradition.
it is indeed. McRacken, whereabouts do you join us from today, buddy? Always curious to know where we're getting our viewers from. Had a German fella in here the other day. There's some sort of Brazilian lurking in the chat somewhere.
Ooh. It's actually Argenta's go.
Ooh.
Alright. I want to try the new toy.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. So, a prayer for the Emperor.
I'll do it.
Concentrate fire. And we have Scorching Retribution. Or the spray from the flame. Oh.
Ooh, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, this is tasty.
Yeah, ooh.
Faith without deeds is worthless. You cannot.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Holy shit! Oh, wow. Okay, that makes me want to play Sisters of Battle. Jesus.
That was tasty.
That was
As the
really
Emperor
good. Holy
commands,
shit.
I act.
Okay, I understand now why it gave her flame weapons.
I'll do it.
But we are not done. I could, in theory, keep going.
God damn.
Ooh,
Ooh.
my cover!
Oh, wow. He's almost killed her.
No, don't go and fight him, officer.
Knows no pain.
Ooh.
Okay.
Victory is imminent.
Yeah, that was great.
Abelard
My place is at the
is
fort.
going to start dealing with this guy.
Yes.
Let's try the Roxo.
Yeah.
It will
Give them
be
a
done.
taste of their own medicine.
So, we want the single one here, right?
I will do my duty.
Yep. Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Aberrants?
Yep.
Well, Abelard did a fucking number on this guy,
It will be
Yeah,
done.
you cut him down to size. Look at that.
and I can keep going.
Why stop at one?
Why,
Matter the cost.
indeed.
Indeed.
Oh, you dodged.
Damn it.
Target well struck.
Ha. Nice.
Nice. Well, that was pretty good.
At your beck and call.
Ah!
How dare you?
The shield bash got him.
Uh, there we go.
All the way across the fucking map.
It will be done. Grey hair, your hair. Victory is imminent.
Good grief.
I took care of this one.
Holy shit. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the Abelard.
One fewer target.
Now it's Abelard with a psycho
Fall at my
weapon.
knee.
No, I didn't even see him, you know.
nope. Sometimes I fear Abelard, says Yannick. Yeah, you should.
Can you stop that?
I was going to say, actually, it also kind of reminds me of running around in Payday with the saw.
Nah.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Oh, less than you'd think.
Yeah, way less than.
Okay,
I
okay, no,
thought.
he's dead.
Yeah.
My faith.
Come on, that's like a...
me.
That's a pension I have to pay now. Who does that?
If I may, try to die with grace, at least.
Very nice.
Me. If another sun painted black.
There we go. See, I would like to give Maximilian another go so you could get up. But that's not gonna work.
Isn't this a job for the sirs?
So let's try to keep our Genta alive a little bit. And Abelard, if you would be so kind.
Reduced to dust.
Thank you very much.
It will be done.
Then start on your way.
Tactics are the best ones.
Man, that guy can move at this point.
Right.
Me? If you insist.
Like,
Lord
I remember
Captain.
when we first started, and moving like 4 spaces was like, woo. And then he can charge.
Is worthless.
Now he's just like, one side of the arena to the other. Pop, 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 pop.
Be the fire in my heart.
Okay. And now it's heavy bolted time.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
350 health from that aberrant. Let's see what happens.
He dies.
Mincemeat.
Right?
Nemesite is crouching on the ground, clutching at the bleeding wound under his ribs. His tortured body is still strong, and everything in his posture expresses a will to fight on. The red scarf no longer covers his face, and the vigilante grins at you with bloody teeth. Weak. I have yet to be impressed. The bright, familiar eyes of the flute player from the lower decks. Glint with boldness. The humble swindler who used to play tricks on fools with the help of his trained rat now nods at you mockingly. I've been waiting for this meeting, Lord Captain. He no longer covered by the broken goggles. The hairless skull is bulging with massive growths. However, the mutant nature of your enemy is just as quickly betrayed by an even more unsettling feature. The third arm growing out of his torso. You watched as its fingers deftly emptied the drum of a stub revolver and loaded with fresh rounds. Sorry?
No, I was going to say, so, when we called him out for looking a bit Genestealer cultish, we were bang on.
I know you. You're the fortune peddler from the freight line who entertained the rabble with games and music. Not only them, as you can see. I also sang glorious songs about the cruelty of the officers, the callousness of the Lord Captain, and the bravery of the selfless Nemesite. Nobody ever notices the pathetic little flute player who always carries a few ration cards for bribing enforcers, do they? Hiding in the shadows of your rotten kingdom was far too easy. You lost. Your battle for the ship's freedom is at an end. Do you have any last words before you die? Freedom? I care nothing for freedom or for the throngs willing to offer their necks to your yoke. I will not die for these wretches, but I will gladly pay for your demise with my life. Both you and your drudges come from the same rotten root. That is why you are so easy to fool. Nemesite and his march against authority are just a fancy story to tell the rabble. A convenient tool for recruiting the wronged and the dispossessed. In truth, all of you must die and make way for those who are truly worthy. More pure, more pious, more courageous than any of you ever were.
Oh, I like 4 actually.
4 is pretty good, yeah. Was the man who raised you as foolish and likely to believe in a fairy story? Did you use him too? No. Adalbert believed in what I believe. He was just as willing to sacrifice himself as I am. You disgusted him, and I am proud that he was able to deal such a blow against your paltry authority. You sound like a fanatic who simply wishes to die in the name of something other than himself. Death is hardly a price. Everyone dies sooner or later. I have given my idea so much more. I have given it my life. Every day that I can remember. And that idea is so simple. You and your people must go. Perish in the blood and the filth that you so eagerly spew forth, so that something worthy can take your place. Something that is pleasing to the one true God. And you do not care if you see it with your own eyes. All you strive to be is a pebble on the road. Ibella does not ask. She proclaims as she looks at the Nemesite with a strange expression. Yes. The caustic mockery vanishes from Nemesite's voice for a brief moment. And by becoming a pebble, I will support the feet of all those who walk this road in the future. You're just another spawn of the aberration cult I eradicated, aren't you? An angry grimace twists his face. Yes, and I will punish you for that blasphemy. For every pure soul you purged, and for desecrating the body of our guide. He blessed me once, and called on me to be the Nemesite, and clear a path for the children of the many-armed Emperor. You have done the unthinkable. You will pay here and now, because the dead are hungry for vengeance. Raise your voice menacingly. You lie to people, condemn them to death, and for that, you will be punished. I will speak on behalf of those you have brought to ruin. Something in your voice causes the Nemesite's sneer to fade, and his gun to shake, but only for a moment. I see you have appropriated their names and memories as well. How fitting to use people even in death. You will be the last Nemesite this ship ever sees. I will make sure of that.
Yes.
Aren't you a little overconfident? The Nemesite casts a glance at the stub revolver in his hand and back at you. You are right in front of me. My gun is loaded. I believe this tune is not quite finished yet. You think a mere bullet could harm me? I refuse to accept the fact. It feels like time has become viscous and is slowing you down. You see the bloody hand of Nemesite raise the weapon, and your body reacts of its own accord. There is no time to deliberate. You draw your weapon and point the barrel at Nemesite, but he is already aiming his own at you. A malevolent grin spreads over his face. The two black muzzles stare at each other, and the world around you narrows to a thin line. Ibella emerges nearby like a shadow, blade gleaming menacingly in her hand. She hisses softly, ready to pounce. It is your thread that will break today, and no other. Save your message for the false god when you meet him, servant of death. I am glad I get to take you both down at once. The second gun is now pointed at Kibella. I vow that your murderous sect will fall along with the Lord Captain. So, we're going to exchange glances with Kibella in a sort of, yeah.
Yep.
Assume the dueling stance of nobility. You will not be the first braggart I have put in his place. Oh, please. You resent that you were born as a freak, so now you want to prove that you're just as good as us normal people.
Oh, wow, that's a low chance.
Right. No matter what being you called to your side, I have the God Emperor on mine. That means you are doomed. I see you will not be intimidated. How about we make a deal? I'm going to use my fellowship.
Yeah, I was going to say number one.
Exchange glances with Kibella. Kibella is watching you out of the corner of her eye. She does not utter a word, but in her posture, in the cold look on her face, in the subtle glint of her blades, you read every movement of the deadly dance she is about to perform. Meanwhile, a slightly shifted gaze tells you she is reading your tactics just as clearly. Nemesite will stand no chance when you two act as one. Oh, please. You resent that you were born as a freak, so now you want to prove that you're just as good as us normal people. Nemesite grimaces and snarls. If only you knew what you were saying. Yes, my flesh is cursed with imperfection. My blood carries wretchedness, for I could be. But you would not understand, foul-blooded ones. The barrel of the Nemesite's weapon shakes, but his incensed mind does not notice. A tense silence falls, for all words have been spoken. At last the Nemesite says quietly, "It's time. Farewell, Lord Captain." The acerbic smile vanishes from his face. Instead, his demeanor turns cold, collected, calm, with the indifferent grimace of a skull. Time stops for a moment, and then, as if tossed by a blast wave, the events fly forward like a murderous shrapnel. Shoot first. Deafened by the roar of your weapon and the sound of your blood pulsing in your temples, you do not hear the Nemesite's own gunshot. Hang on, let me get up first.
Yeah, we shot first.
That was dumb.
And we got back on the floor afterwards.
A lot of kickback from that shot knocked us straight back down.
Yeah, the recoil from that, boom.
Kibella takes a deep breath and wipes the blood off her blade. The living legend's head lies severed at her feet. Look at the corpse. The decapitated body lies motionless on the deck. The cut at the neck stares back at you from the grotesquely distorted ridge of its spine. The power of the folk myth fades into the air, like the smoke billowing from the muzzle of the stub revolver. There may still be genetic aberrations on board. We celebrate our victory too early. Then we will find and kill them too. If they are still breathing, they are offending the Undying One. This will be remedied shortly. Are you alright, Kibella? He did not harm me. Kibella looks at the Nemesite's body with an incomprehensible expression. But he tried. Such was his idea, and he remained committed to it until his last breath. His was a good death. Thus ends the struggle of Nemesite. Kibella picks up the severed head from the deck and gazes into its extinguished eyes with a strange wistfulness. The struggle is not people. The struggle is ideas, and people merely their vessels, the carriers of the struggle. I need to reflect on his death, Domin. I need to stand before the Undying One and hear his blessed whisper. We can discuss what happened after.
Follow my lead.
And we leveled up.
Figures.
Yep. At least it was only once.
Anything good?
Probably not on this one. That flamer was fucking awesome, though. Ooh, plasma gun.
Yeah, plasma pistol, some bolters. So the flamer was awesome. Like, I feel he has loot. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there it is.
So a Deadshot stub revolver, the promise of freedom.
Ooh, 50% armor penetration.
Oh, a promise of retribution. A fishing body glove, and relics of unknown saints.
Ooh.
Well, it's not like he was able to do anything.
Right.
Abelard got into his face with a chainsaw and did Abelard things to him. Why do I feel like it was almost a bit from Family Guy?
From Family Guy?
Yeah, with the... Oh, no, not Family Guy, American Dad.
Victory
With the cougar-wielding A chainsaw.
Yeah, he comes out with the chainsaw. Comes out with the cougar. Comes out with the cougar holding the chainsaw. Yeah.
Wow. The aberration dared violate the sacred ceremony and has been obliterated. Retribution has been served.
Right, can we now improve the conditions on the ship so this shit can't keep happening?
To be fair, that was fairly unrelated. Entirely because
It
of the
wa-
Genestealer cult influence.
It was, but like we still saw that people are getting treated like utter shit.
Yeah, well. Yeah, no. Like I said, if I was responsible for that shit, I basically would get rid of half the crew, only keep the top positions, then hire entirely new crew, train them based on the people who already know, and start running the ship like an actual vessel rather than a whatever this shit show is.
Right.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. The one who delivered this ark from the curse of your existence.
The malformed skull in Cabela's hands has been polished to a pale sheen. Its empty eye sockets pose a question, only answered in death. What the hell is Nemo?
An aberration. Your former foe. His eternal foe. My new companion in shadow and my trophy. You once knew him by the name Nemesite, but now his name is Nemo.
Fantastic. No creepy at all.
Whenever I feel the need to voice my thoughts, I turn to him. He is far wiser in death than when he was alive.
Are you rubber ducking with the skull of a fucking Genestealer?
Yes, she is.
I use Yorick for that. What did you wish to discuss?
For years, I have been honing my body and spirit through sacred rituals. I have ushered hundreds of souls to the other side. The hunt for Nemesite was not my first. Yet, after my enemy fell, for the first time ever, I felt empty. And that emptiness only grew heavier under the weight of the question that formed in my mind during that hunt. I prayed. I longed for his guidance to put my mind at rest. But in my self-pity, I showed weakness in the eyes of the Undying One. And so, my only answer was silence. I must therefore ask you this agonizing question, Domin. Tell me, what is the purpose of the blood-spun web?
Does that have anything to do with our early conversation about your resemblance to the Nemesite?
Please, just answer me.
That she ignored me. She's not allowed to do that. Like, I asked the question. Me, Maximilian von Valancius, RogueTrader extraordinaire.
I think Pascal may have been a bad influence when he said no to you that time.
Damn cogs. All you are is a sect of the deadliest, most terrifying zealots on this ship, I think to myself.
Right.
But no, we are trying to bind them to our will.
Yes.
You are my servants, my weapons. You serve the dynasty.
Then that makes me a tool that has renounced itself and the entire world for the sake of serving a purpose chosen by others.
Fantastic, excellent. We're in agreement. Moving on.
All my life,
so there's
I've
more.
walked the road that was prescribed for me. I did as I was told. I searched for the truth in other people's words, then repeated them in my own voice. And I never once questioned my destiny until you came along, Nemo.
Okay, she crazy. The way Kibella drags her metal claws across the skull in her hand seems almost affectionate.
I might just as easily have met Nemesite's fate and he mine. All it would have taken is a different pattern of threads. The only distinction lies in our ideas. Thank you for this conversation, Domin. It has satiated the void that gnaws at my soul, if only for a time. As for how to seal this chasm for good, that I have yet to find out. May the tenets of the web guide me to the truth.
Yeah, may they do that,
Take
Kibella.
heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. The one who delivered this may...
Yannick says she sounds even more heretical.
She doesn't sound heretical, she sounds fucking crazy.
Yep. Bitch is crazy. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Level up.
Level up.
Level up. Okay. Oh.
So, universe serve me. What level are we?
30 now.
30 now. Okay.
I think you said provocation signal last time.
I did, yes.
Is that still correct?
Yeah.
Start of the turn, each enemy in a 4-cell radius makes a willpower test. Every enemy that fails makes a free attack against the closest creature, ally, or enemy. After that, they act normally. That's very strange. Kibella gets... I have no clue, so hit me.
Bella, she's right down near the bottom. 30.
Gift of Torment.
Bella. Level 30. Exsanguination.
Alright. And a talent, please.
Finesse.
No.
Oh.
Because we have...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Drukhari weapon proficiency.
Right.
But
then it's... So there was others, wasn't there? So Master of Torture?
What? No. Go back to Drukhari weapon proficiency. What was after that?
Yeah, Master of Torture.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so.
Wasn't it something like Drukhari... something or other? Master? I don't think you're looking at the same category.
Bella, Dancer of Death.
Yes?
Yeah.
You know how we have shifted things around because they're like Lord Xenos?
Yeah.
We took Drukhari weapons.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yep.
And what was supposed to be afterwards?
Because I'm not sure with the colours, but I'm pretty sure it's Master of Torture.
We don't have that. That's not an option. So
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Because
I'm pretty sure it was like Drukhari item training or something like that.
Unless they've updated the build. Because after that we've got... What did we get at level 28?
Level 28.
Yeah.
Drukhari weapon proficiency.
That was Death in the Air.
Nope.
Nope. Then Finesse.
No.
Abelard, he's easy. He's at the top.
Yep. So we had Reckless Rush and Wildfire. I think these are the only ones that truly mattered from this entire thing, so could be Devastating Attack.
It's actually Kick.
It's free. It does some damage. It doesn't count as an attack limit. Counts for the purpose of versatility. Cannot be parried. Pushes the target. You never know.
Oh.
Ditto with Argenta.
Argenta, level 30. Devastating Attack.
not kick.
Not kick.
See, I would have said kick for her to make yourself some space in case you get swamped.
That's what I would have said, yeah.
Yeah, well.
Cassia?
Cassia?
Right.
I imagine we're going for navigator powers of some capacity.
Yeah, so it's mend reality.
Oh, fix veil degradation. We don't really use cycles all that much, but it's good to have if we do. Pascal gets a talent first.
Filtering protocols.
It's AP when using plasma. That's nice. And then, I don't know, piercing shots. No, that's over penetration. Yeah. Sure. Hot on the trail.
Okay.
Still not sure how Bounty Hunter works.
No.
Oh. Idira has 2 levels up.
Oh yeah, I think we skipped it, didn't we?
And I have a... I'll deal with the others off stream, actually.
Cool. While we were leveling up, Yannick said they're all crazy in 40k. And then he shouted, Abelard kick.
Yeah. Abelard has gotten a powerful new ability. His boot.
His boot.
It's any boot that is worn by Abelard becomes a power boot. Because the power is Abelard's kick. Anyway, I think that will be it for today.
Yeah, actually, that's a good...
It's a pretty good stopping point.
Yeah, that's a decent stop. So, we have taken care of the Genestealer menace.
I'm sure there's more Genestealers. It's like bed bugs. If you find one, there's thousands.
Yeah, you'll never really get rid of them, but I think we've, taken it out at the knee sort of thing. And we did a little bit of exploring as we went. Yannick says everything Abelard touches becomes a power something.
Well, that has a fucking saw to psycho kill people with.
That's fucking awesome. Excuse me. So yes, no, good session today.
Yes.
Only leveled up once, which makes it, infinitely better than last session where we were leveling up every 2 steps.
Right.
So yeah. We'll be back again tomorrow, right? I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be streaming tomorrow as well. We can actually proceed with exploring this last region of space before reaching Dargonus.
Yes. Are we definitely going to Dargonus first?
I think so.
Cool. Well, join us on Thursday for that. If you'd like to watch any of our VODs back, we've got a YouTube channel at the R&D Experience. We're also streaming over on YouTube now as well, so you'll be able to see the lives there. We also have to
figure out how to archive them properly.
Yes. We also have a Twitter and Blue Sky handle at the same name. So join us on there to see what we're doing and keep up to date. And I think that is everything, yes?
Yeah, that should be for tonight.
Fantastic. Like I say, thanks for joining us, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Awesome. Bye.